live from PLL Media Day.
PLL Championship Media
PLL Championship Media Day.
Championship Media Day.
Live from Championship Media Day. We got the host, Dukes, will be coming here soon, and they're getting it going. Is this going to be a YouTube video as well, or do you want me to just go right into it live?
This is on.
Live? We're live, just like that.
We're live right
just
now.
like that.
All right,
PLL Championship Media Day.
Here we
got
are, baby.
Atlas coming here soon, and then the Outlaws. This will be a rotating seat for all the big-time players in here to dive in. We got the co-hosts, James Hogan, Kevin Boylard. Where's Dukes?
Where is Dukes?
Dukes. This might be status quo for Kevin McDougal.
Dukes would have been here. He thought it was in New York, but it's in New Jersey, so I'll give him a little break
we'll
because
give
he
him
would have
that.
been here on time.
It's a work day for him. It's a beautiful
he got
Friday.
the mess up, but,
Tomorrow we got street lacrosse, and then Sunday's the big day.
Yeah.
Are we switching up on our championship pick yet?
No, I'm still
Better
with
not
Denver.
be. Graphics made.
Graphics made. Graphic will be posted.
I gotta keep my voice down a little bit. The whole Atlas team's hurt by the camera, but yeah, I'm still rolling with Denver.
Yeah, but absolutely.
But I think it's gonna be a great game. Honestly, one of the
2-3
best
days of
championship
content.
games
Yeah.
we have, right, in years. Like, I think this is gonna be. It's rare in sports you get the two best teams playing for a championship, and I think everyone can agree these have been the two best teams all year long. So I'm super excited. They played an overtime game in their one regular season matchup. I can't wait. I think it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be great. Kev, on your end, who are you most excited to talk to today?
Dude, honestly, everybody, but I want to talk to these Atlas guys and pick their brains a little bit about that offense,
Yes.
to be honest.
Yes.
We've been talking so much about off-ball guys, and the Atlas are the team with the off-ball guy in
Yes.
Xander Dixon. Big story that came out this week from Zach Carey on the website talking about what Stephen Brooks, their offensive coordinator, does with those guys, Xander Dixon and Reed Bowering in the middle. I want to get Connor Shellenberger in that seat, and I want to ask his perspective on what those guys do for his offense.
100%. It's going to be exciting. We'll get Brooks in here. We'll get Shelly, Xander, Baptiste. Stay tuned. We're going to be live for the next 2 hours talking to the biggest names on the Atlas and Outlaws. And Atlas just got here. Do we want to start rifling them in? Do we want to?
We're going to get somebody soon.
Want to get it going here?
We got
Costabile coming up.
Costabile coming
Brett.
up.
Yeah,
First guy
come
in the
on,
chair
come
today.
on.
You text me the link.
Yeah, let's go.
There he is.
What's up? What's up? First
How we
go.
doing?
Just text me the
First
link
guy
to
in
the
chair.
first guest
Let's
of the day.
go. Yeah.
Got it. Thank
How
you.
we feeling? We're live on TLN right now, YouTube, Instagram, doing the whole bit.
Love it.
Brian Conway, how we feeling?
Feeling great. Very excited. This is my 6th year on the Atlas. We haven't been to a championship, so we're all fired up. The energy was good at practice.
I like that. How has this week of prep been for you and the team?
It's been good. Obviously, when you get out to the field this week, it's a little bit different. It means a little bit more. So trying to be very intentional with what you do, especially just knowing kind of what they got on defense, offense, everything like that. So we've been working hard, sending each other pictures of us at the gym, on the field, whatever it is, and I think the boys are ready.
I like that. That's exciting. Kev?
You mentioned it's your 6th year on the Atlas. I'm curious, we kind of had an argument last week on the culture of the Atlas and whether it carries over from 6 years ago. What do you think? Do you feel like it's a new culture, new team every year, or do you feel like a little bit of what the early days of the Atlas is still around today?
Well, the Atlas got a complicated history.
Say the least. And we've chatted about
we
it a
have
ton.
chatted
We
about it.
talked about first year, 2019, you had Rabel, you had Baptiste, you had these big name guys, yourself included, and we thought all right, let's ship it in. They're going to win it. And we haven't obviously seen you. You just said first time you guys in the championship game. And kind of to Kev's point, has the culture changed or has it really stayed the same?
When I joined in 2020, it was a very different culture, very different feel. Obviously, it was the bubble, so it was a little bit interesting. But then, over the past couple years, we obviously have had a lot of core guys on the team, especially, ones that have left, like Jake Richard and Cade Van Rapport, Jack and Cannon. They were all there for a long time. And, we still got, me, Trevor, Danny, Jeff, Docs, Miles, all those guys have been around for a while, and I think the culture's been great. We kind of try to make that an emphasis so that we can, just kind of go out there, have fun, be with each other, and then everything else to kind of play out.
I like that. For you, what's the biggest difference in year 6 to year 1?
Well, year 1, I was a D-mid for half the year, so that was a little different.
Yeah,
that's it. It was. And I switched kind of halfway through the season. But, I think that it's kind of evolving my game a little bit. Back in year 1, year 2, year 3, was pretty much dynamically just out the box, kind of long-range shooter, step downs, overhands, everything like that. Was pretty robotic there. But now, people kind of know you, right? They they play to your tendencies and whatnot. So had to find some inside game, had to kind of do some sidearm shots and change it up a little bit. And feeling good. It feels great to kind of know that you can do that stuff rather than my whole career. You know, in college I probably took 5 sidearm shots, and now I'm scoring goals sidearm. So it's definitely evolved a lot from year 1 to year 6.
I like that. I would say, Kev, you got one?
I was going to say, not only are you scoring goals sidearm, you scored a goal this year sideways.
Yes.
You were like completely flat, twister across. Is that something you felt like is always in your bag, or you developed that during your pro career?
I developed that during my pro career.
Wow.
I mean, I was never really trying to get to the front in college because I had enough range where I could score from distance. But now, I mean, the guys are incredible, right? You got some of you got the best goalies in the world you're playing against, best long poles, everyone. So you have to kind of adjust. And if someone's playing you far out, you can't just be like, well, I'm going to be toast for the rest of the game. You got to develop some new skills. And, that one definitely wasn't in my bag. I don't even know if it's still in my bag, but it happened and I scored there. So it's kind of just playing with what you got and seeing what you can do for each game.
I like that. You got one.
Brian, to me, this was your best year, I think, professionally, at least to me. I feel like this was your best year as a pro. Is there anything differently that you did in the offseason this year that kind of unlocked your game, or a different approach maybe to how you handled certain things to kind of have the season that you did this year?
Yeah, I always view it a little bit differently. Like, past couple years, especially coming out of college, I was like, I have to shoot, 4 times a week for an hour, and I have to get I got to grind. And then this year, took a little bit step back maybe in the weight room and was kind of trying to be more lean, a lot of running, different type of game. So was on the field more trying to get my miles in. And I think that, it kind of shows in the game where fourth quarter comes and, they're always like, who's ready? And I'm ready. So
it's all the time at Banner Field.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Come on, Baltimore boys.
Too much time.
Too much time. I would say last question before you go. We know you got a lot of stations. We always get people like yourself in this chair, and the biggest thing that they say is that first year coming right out of college is the easiest, right? You're playing from February and then, hopefully into September. For you, what's been the most challenging year yet? Has it been this year, or has it been maybe that third or fourth year?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think that it probably was maybe the third or fourth year, especially, Coach Pressler's first year in 2023. We were 2-9, struggling. I was not having a great year. Kind of, you get in your head, you're like, oh my God, like, do I still got it like I do? Like, what are, those type of things kind of creep in. But, as you continue to play, it's kind of just one foot in front of the other and proving to yourself a lot of times, a lot of this game is mental, as everyone knows, like just that you can do what you have been doing for a couple years. And I think it's, it's interesting kind of feeling that out as you continue to play in your career. But it definitely is a good sign, and feels really good that I've been able to play well this year, play well with a bunch of my teammates. I felt like I've been able to relinquish control. Some of my other times I would be taking too many shots, bad shots, trying to make sure that I can score for our team. But then this year, we got guys like Xander, Shelly, Jeff. We had 2 MVPs on our attack line. So I don't need to go to the goal and shoot 12 times a game. It's just I can pass it off to them, know they're going to do great things, and when I have my opportunities, take them.
I like that. Sweet. Well, appreciate you hopping on.
Yeah,
You got a packed day.
Good
Good luck on
Good luck.
Sunday, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I felt bad. So the fans know. And I had my phone out in the beginning of that interview. I'm posting on Instagram to let everyone know to get in the chat.
Nice guy.
I'm not on my phone while we're doing an interview.
No. That's just Dukes. That's just Dukes. That's just Dukes.
I realized I must have
we were
looked
freshmen.
rude.
We played against Cosbyville Notre
We
Dame.
did. We
that
did.
year when we beat them, and then the season got canceled.
What was the final score?
I don't even remember what the final score was.
I got one run, and I got absolutely hacked up.
You remember that?
And
game?
it might have been 9 degrees out. Might have been 9 degrees out. And we got
Yeah,
another
Coach
legend.
Brooks.
Don't forget about it. Nova legend, too. Let's go.
Let's
in
go,
here.
let's go.
Come on, Coach.
Give him the mic. Let's get it
Mitch,
going.
he's working
Introduce
hard when the
yourself.
hat's got the
Introduce
sweat like
yourself
that.
for
Look
the
at that. That's
for
what
the
you-
fans out there. Introduce
Stephen
yourself.
Brooks, assistant coach for Atlas, offense coordinator.
Legend. The sweat's in the hat. Did we get a workout before this?
Actually, we did. Coach Sanowski and I just walked about 4 miles to go get this nice Italian-style sandwich.
I like that.
Salami with fig, and then prosciutto with Fretz Muzza.
Oh, I like that. That's what it's all about.
That's
You
the
got to do
Italian
it. You
roots,
got to
Mitch.
do
You might need to get you
it. Come
one
on,
side,
come on.
right?
We're in Jersey. It's the right way to do it. Obviously, the success you guys have had this year has been something that we've obviously been watching. We just asked 𝐓𝐇𝐄 this question as well. Talk to us about how the Atlas has kind of transformed from year one into now.
From the original year,
Yeah.
I mean, from the original years, you go back, starting to date me in 2019 when I was actually a player,
I know,
which is
I
kind
know.
of crazy. You know, the first year was awesome. You know, he's trying to build the roots and trying to build the foundation of Atlas, right?
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what we're going to be, what's our mantra, and what's going to get us moving forward.
Yeah.
Over the years, it's just transitioned to, for me as an offensive coach, is trying to find guys that are not all the same type of players,
Yeah.
right? Find two guys that are equivalent that do this well. Find two guys that do inside game well. Find two guys that do this extremely well, where that complements each other on the field. And you know, it's been a whirlwind. You know, I think the toughest part for us right now is just try to find lefties. If you guys can see, we went through the carousel with lefties and trying to find guys in and out. And then, you know, we got KJ this year and Reed Bowering. I mean, like, Reed Bowering is someone that's outstanding.
Yeah, that's what I was going to touch off. I was going to say all the MVPs, all the stars on that offense, but Reed Bowering's been a guy who I think is one of the most underrated players in the entire league and has been huge. What has he really meant to your offense this year?
I mean, dude, he's the unsung hero. It's
Yeah.
like you don't see it in the stat books, but when you go back home and you're watching the film, you're like, dude, this guy's doing everything to get everybody else open, and he's doing the little things right. That's making a bigger picture for us, and I think that's a compliment to all these guys on the team, is that they're all unselfish and they care more about the success of their teammates more than themselves.
Yes.
So it's a lot easier to go out there and play when you're not caring about getting your own, when you want to see them cheer, get them a goal, and go nuts. And I think that's a big compliment to Reed, is that he just goes out there and he grinds. I'm like, I don't know if you guys saw the game against the Water Dogs. First play of the game, he gets rocked. I mean, rocked. He gets back up, gets the loose ground ball, makes a quick play, and it turns into a goal. And it's like, that's why he's
that's
the
our
unsung.
guy.
That's
Yeah.
our guy. That's
Yeah.
our glue guy right there.
I don't have the stats on it, but I think he has more BTV goals than regular
Yeah.
overhand
Yeah.
goals.
Probably.
Every single-
Money.
Every single goal I've seen is absurd behind the back.
Well, it's
like,
funny, it's
how many
like-
more can you get? It's like
When you go up to him, he's like, yo, dude, nice goal. He's like, oh, yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
On to the next one. It's like, oh, this is great. He's a beauty.
I like that.
Kind of on the note of Reed Bowering, but I also want to bring in Xander Dixon into this discussion. On this podcast, we talk a lot about the crease attackman, the off-ball attackman. Zach Carey just came out with an awesome story for PLL.com about your offense in particular. Other offenses around the league aren't really finding a spot for a guy like a Xander Dixon, so I'm curious what you see in your offensive philosophy, why a player like that is so valuable, and is it just because the Atlas have two great distributors in Shellenberger and Teat that makes it unique, or what do you think?
Well, I think the advantage that we have is Shelley and Teat. Watching them all through UVA has been pretty spectacular, and their connection is hands down one of the best I've ever seen in our sport. And there's times in practice when we're just sitting there and we're like, whoa, did you guys just see that pass? And like Dixon wasn't even open, but he threw him open, and Dixon just caught it and finished. And it's like that type of connection is huge to have. But having Teat on the other side, I think where Dixon doesn't get enough credit is his ability to be like actually outside the perimeter, not just being inside, because he works off ball to set somebody else up that also sets himself up at the same time. And the thing that he does so well is that he times his cuts perfectly.
Yeah.
And to have Teat and Shelley as quarterback systems on those two sides, he just gets to run everywhere, and they know he's going to put it right in his ear hole. So I think the biggest quality that he brings to the table is his ability to catch anything and finish anywhere. And he's just like that little fly that just constantly flies around you. That's that little gnat that's just so you can
That's
never
so
get him.
important, too.
You can never get him,
Yeah.
but he's always going to be around you, nagging you, and he's going to finish it. And it's like, dude, how do you get rid of this guy? And it's just, it's great to see that connection. And I mean, he's one of the most unselfish guys, and he's the first one to point at the guys. That's all you. Thanks for the pass. That's because of you. It's just great.
Yeah, that is his go-to signature, Sally. I wonder if it makes does it make game day decision making any tougher when it comes to roster and personnel? Every time when I see the Atlas roster come out and I see the reserves, I'm like, they have a whole first line midfield here on the reserves, like, and you got guys like Reed Bowering who you're like, you kind of have to watch the film to really understand his impact. So I'm curious what the decision making is like when it comes like
I'm a big stat and film guy, and so it's not that I don't care. I tell these guys a lot is like I don't care more about the stats. I more care about the little things that you're doing. Like if you're not getting on the stat book, what are you doing behind the scenes that's allowing us to be successful. And that's what I truly try to look for. It's not just like, hey, look, I'm not telling you to go out there and get 3 to 4 points. I'm trying to see if you don't get 3 or 4 points, how do you impact this game? And it's tough, man. Our lineup, our team is very good, and we've built it from top to bottom to the best of the best that we can. And it's tough. And once you get that chemistry going, it's tough to turn away from that. And so I think once we started to get the ball rolling, after we won the first one, had 2 losses, we plugged Reed in, and then Reed started, and we started getting in this flow. It's like, I don't want to mix it. I don't want to mess this up just yet. Let's just keep riding with it. And it's tough because you got to tell these guys, like, hey, sorry, like, you're not dressing this weekend, and they can easily go play for any other team. And I think the biggest thing is when you ask them, is like, hey, man, I understand this is a situation. Do you want to go anywhere else? Do you want to test? He's like, no, I don't want to go anywhere. I like this team. And that's a testament.
That means a lot to you guys.
It means a lot to us, and the culture of what these guys have done for so long is that they want to stay because of the culture. And that just speaks volumes of what Coach Pressler's done, and more importantly, these guys as a team has done to build that type of culture.
I like that. Well, I know you got a packed day. We'll let you go. Last question. Will we see your son up here one day?
I hope so. Actually, just took a picture of it, actually. There's the things in school. He draws a picture. There's a New York Atlas thing, and what he wants to be when he grows up, he wants to play in the PLL for the New York Atlas.
Wow. Let's go. Stamp it.
Let's go.
I like that.
Great.
Well, thanks for hopping on.
I appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. Legendary. I mean, everyone has a moment like that, right? I mean,
sick.
I felt like
It's so
that. You know what the coolest part is? The PLL and what we're doing here, we're giving kids the ability to put that
Mitch,
down, right?
When you were younger, you wanted to play in the NBA. I probably wrote, I want to play in the NFL.
Yes.
Now kids are literally
You
writing,
wanted to play in the
I want to
NBA?
play in the PLL.
5'9" Italian. I like that.
Shelly.
We got Shelly.
We got
Come on board.
The MVP coming on deck right now.
Let's go.
What's up, Shelly?
Come
What
on
up?
deck.
What's going on?
First ever player on the show. Is that right?
What?
Season
I
1.
think he was the first guest.
Yeah,
First
I think
guest.
we were the first guest.
First guest.
First
When you
guest.
first came on, I think it might have been first episode. What were your initial thoughts of what am I getting myself into?
I wasn't quite sure, to be honest, because I think we did it like early in the morning. You guys always bring the juice, and like I always don't have that energy, so I'm like, man, I got to give these guys something here. But that was a fun one.
I like that. Heading in to this weekend, the last time you played in a championship was 2021, and getting back to this level at the highest stage, what are your thoughts?
I think first off, it's exciting.
Yeah.
This is the best possible matchup that we could have had. From the player perspective, but also from the fan perspective. It's exciting to play for a championship again, and to do it like just outside of New York. I feel like there's just like a different energy when you're around the city and stuff like that. So I think we're all just really excited.
I like that. A big thing we've been saying on here is June 6th, Mitch Pelkey predicted the Atlas to be in the championship and predicted you guys to win. So not a lot of pressure for you and the team, but like I just want to say, if you guys pulled out, I called it months ago.
What about Kev who took the Atlas too?
All right, cool, bro.
That is true. I just want to put it out there that we did put it out there and maybe manifested it, but we'll see Sunday.
Great pick, Mitch.
Great.
Awesome pick, dude.
Yeah.
I loved it. Now, Shelly, we just had Stephen Brooks on, and obviously we're talking to him a lot about your connection with Xander. I'm curious how much that's developed since you got to the pros. Obviously, everyone cites the chemistry that you guys had in Charlottesville at UVA, but is there any new tricks, any new looks that you guys have developed since getting into the pros?
That's a good question. I think like college, you just have so much time to prepare, and there's so much more scheme. So like a lot of the stuff we did was very dictated like how a team was playing us or whatever, where like the PLL is so fun because there's a little more freedom and the game's so hectic. So I think you might find him in different spots than you would see in college, or maybe you'll find myself feeding from different spots, but I think it's just a little more free flowing than college, which is honestly a lot more fun to play in, which is cool.
I like that. I don't want to get dark on you here, but I want to get your honest thoughts here. What was more of a devastating loss? No, because I want to hear it, because I think this is a good debate.
What's he going to say? Yeah.
Was it against Notre Dame in the semis, or was it last year in the semis?
You just pulled the Apex kid. What was the twister like Notre Dame?
Oh, he asked you that?
Yeah.
I didn't even see
in front of like everyone.
But what was more devastating?
I mean, I think they're both devastating.
Yeah.
2023 is tough.
Yeah.
I mean, that was tough. I mean, that was like the team. We'd gotten blown out by Maryland the year before, and like we came back that year, and we thought we could kind of do that same thing to other teams, and you know, that was to have that lead with I think 2 minutes left and blow it was. You know, I still lose a lot of sleep at night over that one. So that was tough. And then you know, last year was, you know, kind of the same thing. Like we played so well during the regular season, and then to get to that point, you know, you spend 3-4 months getting to that point, and you know, to see it kind of all unfold in 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, still, we talk about it too. Probably one of the top 5's best pro games of all time.
Yeah.
And we were there live on site up in Long Island. It was cool to see, and
definitely the best overtime period I've ever
no
seen.
timeouts when it was like back and forth. Stevens off the pipe, and then Krebs made a save. I don't even think he saw the shot. And it was just like
the no timeouts is awesome.
You like that.
Yeah.
You like that.
Just like you get overtimes like that where it's just like guys are flying around. It's so hectic. Like coaches can't really like insert themselves too much. It's cool.
I like that. I think that's cool. I know you have a packed day. We'll let you go. Last question. Big time kind of off-season move. You as a coach? I don't think anyone really saw it coming. I love the play, though. Kind of give us an insight on why you made that decision and UVA as a whole this year.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't really see it coming either.
I like that.
You know,
everyone
had asked me if I'd be interested in coaching, and I always said no. And you know, Coach Tiffany came to me with it, and you know, just I guess having the opportunity to be at a place like UVA again, and you know, I'd still living in Charlottesville, and to work with Coach 𝐓𝐶𝐄, we had such a great relationship, and just to like be around the guys again. I mean, I think
the facility looks sick too.
Unreal.
Yeah,
unreal. So. We're in the full swing of like recruiting right now. If there's any recruits out there,
exactly.
We gotta get the UVA plug going. But it's been awesome so far, and we just have a great group of guys who are making it so fun to be around.
Mitch, I know you two wear the Virginia shield pretty hard. You love Virginia, but Shelly's got to be the most Virginia guy. I mean,
100%.
Is there anyone more Virginia than this guy?
I thought we were going to get you to UVA in the recruiting process.
It was close. It was kind of in the mix.
Stars are
same thing with you going to Hopkins at that time. You didn't really know what Stars you was going to be. Obviously, Laura's back in the mix now, but it's going to be exciting. And you guys have again a stack recruiting class coming this year with Millen and Hopper and those guys. So it'll be exciting to see what happens.
Yeah.
So, but appreciate you hopping on. I know you've packed that. Good luck this weekend.
Get you back on Sunday after the win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sunday.
Exactly. Awesome. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be really exciting.
About the whole Twitter thing with.
Oh gosh, yeah. I think we got to clear the air. We probably do have to clear the air a little bit with our next guest. Got to clear the air, I think, a little bit.
We might have to clear the air with Liam.
With Liam. I didn't even hear him. Yeah. Hop on down. Let's do it. We got Liam Entenmann.
Coming on.
PLL goalie.
First person we've had mom and son on the pod.
First, what's going on? How are you doing?
What's up?
Good. First mom and son duo of all time.
Show history.
How does that feel to be on that stat line of MPLS?
Oh, my mom was on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting thing to find out after that game ended. I checked my phone the next day. I had no idea she was on the show until the day after.
She didn't even tell you. She probably had no idea what she was really hopping into.
Yeah, I don't think she knew either. But then I found out the next day, and it's all good. It was a funny interview to watch for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
For you, we had you on maybe not first day, but Champ Series.
Yep.
And that kind of essentially started the season in our eyes for this year, and now we're having you on the last essential episode, and hopefully going to have you on post-game on Sunday.
Yep.
For you, how has this season been compared to previous seasons?
I mean, just compared to last year, I think that having, how last year ended for us was pretty unfortunate with the loss. Basically, it was a home loss in overtime in the semis. Very underwhelming or unfulfilling end to a season. I thought that was really going somewhere far. I think that any college team or any team that I was a part of in college, like the season ends, you're off for 2 months and you're back to it in August or September. And I did not have that luxury, or we did not have that luxury, because it's a different situation in the pros. And I think that the time that we had away from each other was definitely different and difficult, I'd say. Because it's like, these guys become your really good friends and best friends over the course of the summer, and then you just don't see them for 8 months, and it's really weird, honestly. Some of the guys that were playing in the NLL, Teeter, Danny, Jeff, a lot of other guys, Reed, you don't see them for more than that, because they're not in Champ Series, right? So seeing them in training camp, I didn't have a training camp last year, so that was another thing that I was able to take part in this year that I did not get to last year because of my college season ending pretty late. So really everything just made me even that much more bought in, I think, to the team and what they stand for and what they want to do. Not that I wasn't bought in last year.
Yeah.
But I think that the weekly prep that, no one sees and no one thanks you for, and I'm not looking to be thanked for it either. You just do it because it's the right thing to do.
Yep.
And having it culminate this weekend, a weekend that we thought we should have been in last year. Didn't give ourselves a chance to be here last year, but I'm really proud of the guys. Just looking around, everyone's so happy to be here, so excited.
I like that.
Liam, you're such a superstar goalie that I feel like sometimes you, not intentionally, but overshadow your defense. And a guy like Gavin Adler, who's been playing so well all year but hasn't really gotten the credit, I want to give you an opportunity to kind of tell everyone how good of a player he is and what makes him so good.
I mean, he's an incredible player. I agree with you. I think that he doesn't get the credit he deserves. I think our team just has a lot of guys that draw a lot of attention, and I think that he, to your point, kind of gets underrated for that reason. But he's one of the best defenders in the game. He's been incredible to have in front of me, and I think to answer your question of what separates him, it's his weekly prep, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I remember my first start was my rookie year. My first start was like midway through the season against the Outlaws, ironically, and he called me midweek saying, hey, I wanted to talk to you about a few things, and I thought it was going to be kind of a overarching themes type conversation, and it was I'm not going to show his cards, but it was a very in-depth conversation, and it's very clear how seriously he takes it. He works really hard, and he's got a pretty rigorous job on top of this too, and he's not making excuses, and there's a reason I believe he's a finalist for the Defensive Player of the Year award this year, and more than deserving in my mind.
I like that. I think a big aspect is not the biggest talker, but seeing stuff like that means a lot internally for you guys.
100%.
Chris Cav broke some news on live television about you, you coaching at Michigan.
Yeah.
Do you want to break?
To say those words on camera?
The team up north. The team up north. Do you want to break any live news about Chris Cav? Do we have anything? That is your gift back.
He's a good friend.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that. Yeah, I mean,
did you know he was doing that?
I did not know. I was actually in my first recruiting meeting, getting ready for September 1st, and obviously wasn't on my phone. And then got out of the meeting, and my phone was blowing up. I was like, all right, I guess the word got out.
Yeah. TLN had to make a post about that.
Yeah, but it was all good though. I mean, I had a feeling it was going to get published or publicized pretty quickly, and that it did. But it's all good. It's been great so far. I've been there for probably 3 weeks now, and it's been great. Great group of guys, great leadership, great senior class, and great staff to be working alongside every day.
There we go. I like that. Yeah, 100%. Well, appreciate you. We have a couple stops left, so
all right.
have a good weekend. Hopefully see you Sunday, okay?
Good luck.
Yeah, I can take
Good luck.
Yeah, you're good. Thank you, brother. Coaching at Michigan. We're seeing that a lot more, right? We've seen this past year, a lot of coaches have got out.
Why didn't you ask him? You didn't
Dodged the bullet.
You didn't ask him if he was a big game goalie.
I mean, if you want to bring it back, I can ask him. I mean, again, I'm posing questions for you guys here. I think he's one of the best goalies we've seen, and we're going to continue to see that.
Yep.
And look, some other people on Twitter might be posing different questions.
I'm
the guy that tees up my co-host because I'm trying to be a great host. Look, that's what we do here on MPLS.
Yep.
And I'm excited for him, though. I'm excited to see kind of this young blood in there.
We got
Teeter coming up.
Way.
Let's go. Come on down. Let's do it. He's got the hydration,
the reigning
the coffee,
MVP,
the reigning
of the PLL.
MVP.
Right
Teat, how we
Jeff
feeling?
Teat joining the show live here.
Good to see you.
What's going on?
Nothing much.
You feeling good?
Feeling great.
Excited?
Yeah, very. Here for a couple days, but it's good.
How's it been? I feel like you're probably the guy in this room that's the most opposite of a New York City guy. I don't want to say that's a diss, but I just feel like your personality gives that off. Is that true?
I mean, I haven't been to New York City many times, maybe like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So maybe, probably pretty accurate.
I like that. Your prep for this week, heading into obviously Sunday. What's your mindset been like?
Yeah, I think trying to treat it like every other game. Yeah, I think obviously a heightened sense on the line, but I think at the end of the day, training, everything, mindset kind of stayed the same. Our calls stayed the same, just like always. But I think gotta have the same mindset of kind of what we've been doing all year.
I like that. For you, and fact check me here. When's the last time you've played a field championship game?
Outside of Worlds, probably never.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How big is this one for you?
Yeah, very, very, very big. I think it's extremely exciting. A little anxious to kind of get playing with all the stuff going around this weekend, but yeah, very exciting.
I like that. You're a guy that doesn't have too many words, but internally, how nervous do you get before these games, and obviously this one coming up Sunday?
Yeah, I think it's part of it. I think it's part of it to a degree, and I think it's just like realizing that some of it's excitement, some of it's a little bit nerves. But I think if you have some nerves, it's a good thing, right? To a certain extent, right? So yeah, I would say a little bit.
I like that. Yeah.
Teat, you painted a massive target on your back after week 1 of last season. I think you had 18 points in the homecoming weekend, something like that. And you were front-running the MVP race the whole way. This year, with Connor Shellenberger's taking a step forward and kind of being what a lot of people think is the favorite to win this year's MVP, have you noticed the way defenses are approaching you differently this year, or is it largely the same?
Yeah, I think every team kind of plays it different, but I think we're extremely dynamic, especially this year. So I think we have so many options, and obviously Shelly's leading the charge. He's the best player in the league, and he's going to be the MVP tonight. So it makes my job and everybody else's job very easy, right? When you have a guy like him on the field. So yeah, I think this year it's just been feeding off each other kind of a little bit more, kind of expanding what we had last year, right? With everybody kind of coming in, Shelly's second year, all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
I like that.
What about, we had Brooks on earlier, and he was talking about a lot of the unsung heroes, but particularly Reed Bowering. I'm curious, how does he fit in a two-man game with you? How do you like playing off him?
I mean, it's really easy, really easy. I think I didn't hear Brooksy speak, but he probably said the same thing. He's probably super tough mentally, physically.
Yeah.
Right, he can catch inside. He can do a little bit of everything. He's extremely unselfish, and he's also our Schnarps commissioner, and he does a great job of that. I can see him eating over there. Probably getting ready for the game, but he's great. He's the man.
I like that. I like that.
Did you ever play with him before Atlas, or just like when he showed up?
I played against him. Yeah, a couple times growing up, and then I played with him in Team Canada.
All right.
I like that. Wow. I've had Dixon on. We've had Dixon on a couple times. He says the biggest hack in the league is Mike Manley. Would you agree or disagree?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably. Maybe Rex, but he's not
yeah, he's on your team.
You don't got to play him, though. Yeah.
I like that.
Practice a little.
And again, are we throwing any chirps out there?
I don't know. I think it just depends on how the game's going.
Really? You're never a guy to start it, I feel like.
Just a couple of you sucks, that's all.
Yeah, just a couple of you sucks. I like that. I like that. Well, sweet. We'll let you go. You know you have a packed day. We appreciate you coming on, and we'll chat more potentially Sunday.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, brother.
Good luck.
I like that. Thank you, brother.
We got Coach Pressler coming on.
Mike Manley.
We
got Coach Pressler coming on.
Coach Pressler coming on.
He's going to bring the energy.
Come on
yes,
down.
He is. Coach Pressler joining the MPLS. Let's go.
How are we feeling? We ready to go?
Coach, how you doing? Let's go.
I like that. I like that.
Let's go, baby.
You're dialed in. You're looking good. Potentially one of the swaggiest guys in this room.
I think the swaggiest guy.
I think the swaggiest
I've been called a lot of things. I've been called a lot of things, like the swaggiest.
Yeah, come on.
In the patented camo hat, too. I don't think I've ever seen you, Coach, have a camo hat
They better be
on.
giving you some, residuals for wearing that hat. If you sell anything, you're the one really making this thing go around.
When I think of the camo hat, I think of Coach Pressler right here.
Like Coach in Dallas, Texas now, so Highland Park, I mean, every kid has one of these.
Yeah.
A Highland Park camo hat.
So you're
what
dialed.
He's repping HP, yeah.
I like that. For you coming into this weekend, obviously, with how last year turned out, getting here was the goal for you last year, getting here this year. What's been the mindset compared to a season like last year where everyone thought you guys were going to be in this championship conversation?
It's not been like, it's kind of like the elephant in the room. Like we don't talk about it, but it's always been there.
Yep.
And I think the big thing for us was the Water Dogs game.
Yeah.
You know, the semis, kind of getting that behind us and getting to this moment. You know, we were very loose. We were very ready. We didn't talk about it a year ago prior to the Water Dogs, and I thought, you know, we had a really, really good game, very complete game for most of the game. And obviously we got to replicate that against arguably the best team. If we're 1, they're 1A. If they're 1, we're 1A. So the two best teams. We played each other before, but you know, just an amazing opportunity to be back in the tri-state area. And my entire family's coming up from all over the place. So many Duke alums that I coached back in the day. Some Brian alums, Team USA guys. You know, a packed house behind with all these guys too and their families and friends. So, going to be an electric atmosphere. They're talking maybe the most attended PLL game ever.
Stay tuned.
Wow,
stay tuned.
Yeah, that's what we hear. That's what rumor has it. Yeah, can't confirm.
Can't confirm or deny.
Yep, and don't want to like sound like Donald Trump and let things out of the bag here, but But that is said,
Get your tickets though if you don't already have them. That's a warning from Coach here.
I like that.
Coach,
kind of
piggybacking off what Mitch said. Obviously, I feel like these 2 years have been mirrors. You guys 7-3, number 1 seed. You're gonna have the MVP again with Shelley after he wins that tonight.
Has we let the cat out of the bag now?
Yeah.
I mean,
come on.
If he doesn't win it, then we're gonna have to riot.
We're gonna have to
talk
might
to Paul.
be rigged.
But I would say, obviously, you've been doing this for a long time. You've been doing this forever. Is there anything that you kind of did differently approach-wise this year or with your guys, or it's kind of business as usual and just to take the next step?
I'll go back to 3 years ago in year one. I had no idea what the hell I was doing. Like, no idea. And by nature as a coach, I always want to say more. I want to do more.
Yeah.
In the last 2 years in particular, I've never said less. I've never done less.
Yeah.
You know, for our model, and everybody's model is different of the 8 teams, Joe Stanowski, Stephen Brooks, and I, we guide the ship.
Yeah.
Trevor Baptiste, Danny Logan, and Jeff Teat run the ship. They handle all the pregame, the postgame, halftime motivation. You know, we're the X's and O guys. We're the scheme guys. You know, I assemble the groceries, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We put the team together, but that formula has really worked for us.
Yeah.
And as a guy who's done this for over 40 years, it's very difficult to do less.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you're cheating the team, you're cheating the players, you're not doing your job. These guys need less from me and more from themselves, and that has really, really worked over the last 2 years.
Yeah, and kind of going on that too, Trevor obviously is an all-time great. He's going to go down as one of the best players to ever play in pro lacrosse history.
One of the best people.
Best
men,
people
yes.
too.
Yes, we've had him on the show a ton.
Ever.
Ever
He's the
produced.
man.
Yep.
But he's the only guy who was on the Atlas from day one till now.
Yeah.
And I know you talked about his character, but how big is he really to this team?
That's George Washington. He's the founding father.
Trevor Baptiste, the George Washington.
George Washington.
Of the PLL.
George.
There he is.
George Washington.
There he is over there.
There he
General
is.
Washington.
Oh, I can't wait to say that.
GW. Founding father. Trevor Baptiste.
Trevor Baptiste.
We got to give him a wig.
Yes.
Something.
Post game after you guys.
We got to get him a wig.
We will make that happen. You guys complete it on Sunday. We're getting a wing for Trevor.
We're getting him a George Washington wig.
I like that.
But just, back to Trevor, I mean, all our captains, but Trevor in particular, I don't make a move. Like, I talk to him individually all week. I talk to the captains individually. But we don't make a move schematically.
Yeah.
We don't make a move free agency, the draft, without all three captains council, and most importantly, Trevor's.
Yeah.
He has taught me so much about this game and so much about the people in the game, along with Stephen Brooks and Joe Stanowski. So, we got our model works for us.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody else.
Yeah.
But I don't really care if it works for anybody else.
Yeah.
All I care about is those 19 guys and our coaching staff.
That's
I
big
like
too.
that.
Trevor
I
as
like
a face-off guy. Coach
Yeah.
Press was like, "What do you think about this attackman? Are we good to go on going to get
Yes.
him?" You're like, "You get the green light from a Fogo. That's really where
That's
you
massive.
Don't
That's
call
massive.
him a Fogo.
face-off
Yeah,
midfielder."
face-off midfielder.
You're right. We talked
Can
about
you
that.
slap him around a little bit?
He'll
You know,
bite
I
your head off.
I might too.
Too,
You're a
you have
midfielder.
one of the most underrated personalities as a coach in the league. Sudan looks at you tomorrow and he starts chirping you. Are you chirping back?
I wouldn't even look at him. I'm not that good. Where I'm not that clever. Where I can get after the refs.
What is just
get
about
after them.
a big Sudan? You suck. Will you give him one of those or no?
I remember Tim as a player. I mean, you don't want to get Tim mad.
Yeah.
I don't want Tim mad at me.
Yeah.
I want him. We're good buddies, and we want to remain good buddies. That is one. That's one bad man right there.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with him. I like that. Well, Sue, we know you have a packed day. We'll let you keep going, and hopefully we'll get you on post-game Sunday.
Thanks, boys.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate
Good luck,
it.
Coach.
I can take this
We
from
got to
you.
get George
Thank you
Washington
so
on
much.
here. That's
GW,
the line of the
GW.
day.
Craziest
That's the
GW.
line-
comps I've
Thank
ever
you.
heard.
Appreciate
That is
you.
the line of the
That's
day.
awesome.
Coach
That's a
Pressler,
great
legend.
point.
Thanks for hopping
Yeah,
on.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
absolute legend.
We'll get him back
We got
Sunday.
Slim Reap. Come on down, Xander. That's good.
Hey,
You said it
breaking
on-
news. He broke.
You said it on the right. I know. I
Xander
like that.
might be the most guy who's been on the show. The
Yeah,
most
I was
this
going
is
to say,
three.
racking up
This
the
is
appearances,
three.
racking them
This
up.
is, yeah.
This is
a hat
three.
trick right
Yeah.
here.
No one's has three. A couple people have two, and you have three.
I think it's like him and Dauber for the top.
Yeah. How does it feel to
Special-
wear that crown
Or
for
Asher.
the Mitchell
Asher's
Pelkey
been
Lacrosse
on
show?
it.
It's an honor. Three's a big one. I'm just a little worried about following up Coach Pressler. He's a tough guy to beat on the mic.
Did
He
you think the show would make it this far?
Oh, always. Day one believer.
Jesus.
Always.
You gotta hate co-host.
Oh my God.
It's not a good look for the brand.
Mitch,
That's not a
that
good
shot
look.
at you.
God, I know. Jesus. But for Pressler, he just talked about Trevor Baptiste being a founding father of the Atlas.
Called him the George Washington of the PLL.
That's what he was saying with GW.
GW.
The PLL.
How big
It's
of
an
a
insane
player
player
is that? Is he obviously, we see the stats on field, but off the field in the locker room, what's Baptiste like?
Yeah, he said it. On the field, you guys know exactly what we get with him.
Yeah.
Best face-off guy in the world. You know, he just does so much for us. Off the field, he's just hysterical. He's
Yeah.
the most lighthearted guy. He's serious when he needs to be. He does a really good job of being a captain and not like I think he leads by example really well and doesn't, try to tell us what to do, but sort of just show us the way. And I think he's fun to be around. Guys love being with him every day, and he's awesome.
Yeah, 100%. We asked Shelly this. I want to ask you. Last time you were gearing up for a championship was in 21. What's the prep like going into this championship for you?
I think it's not as much as people think. I think I sort of view it as like the haze in the barn. We already put in the work, and now it's just we had a week off, get as healthy as we can, get ready, and I think all the work's been done, and then we'll have one more good hard practice tomorrow, and then, I think we're ready to go, ready to rock and roll.
You're living in the city. If we call this a home game for you?
I'd call it a home game, yeah.
Yeah, I like
Connecticut
that.
guy
So
and living in the city.
You're leading the charge post-game after a win.
I'm telling everyone where to go.
Yeah.
I'm showing them the ropes.
I like that. I like that a ton.
You got family and friends coming in for the game from Connecticut?
A ton, yeah. A ton of family, ton of friends. My grandfather wasn't able to make it to my brother's wedding, but he's coming for the game. So
I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Brian's
Honest man.
picking him up. He's pumped. He can't wait. He's came to the semis too. He's our good luck charm.
I like that. That's huge. That's huge. Any Brunswick? Any high schoolers? High school teammates?
Yeah, we got a couple, but I think Birkinshaw might show up, make an appearance. So yeah, we'll have some friends in there.
I like that. We asked O'Neal this after the semifinals. I want to ask you this. Post-championship, what is the beer brand of choice for Xander, Slim Reap, Dixon?
Coronas through and through.
Coronas! Wow!
Those are two answers I didn't expect. Brennan said Coors, like
I would
Coors
expect
Banquet.
Coors.
Yeah.
I'm loyal to the
but
brand.
not a Coors
Corona.
Light. Coors Banquet?
Yeah. He said Coors Banquet. I thought he said Coors Light.
Coors.
I think you just said Coors.
Coors.
He said Coors, so he's going off
Corona
the Denver.
Light.
had
I'm
to.
expecting a Corona Light at the beach.
His first
not in
answer,
the locker room.
Mitch, you go, what's your drink of choice immediately after the game? He goes, RBV first, and then you
that's
ask
right,
about
that's
the beer.
right.
I would
That's
agree.
right.
If you guys said drink, I would have said RBV too.
Yeah.
In the locker room.
No.
If possible.
Wow. Wow.
Max
I like that.
Krebs does a really good job of keeping the boys hydrated
Krebs.
post game.
What are your thoughts on Krebs Eats? Have you seen the Instagram?
Krebs Eats?
Yeah.
He's
Is
got a
Instagram?
food account
He
page?
hasn't shown it. He hasn't shown it.
Get him over here.
He hasn't shown
He's
it.
kept that
Krebsky.
private.
Come
You're
on
getting
down. Come on
exposed
down.
over here.
Come on down. Come on down.
Hey, Max,
Come on.
I asked
Come
if we
on.
do this together.
Krebsky. Have we not shown the Atlas boys Krebsky Eats Instagram?
I don't know if we have, to be honest.
He's been burying that
He's been
for
burying it.
months.
He's been burying it.
Burying that, that's public.
That is public. That is
We got
public.
new
You
dirt
gotta
on
show it out there.
Krebsky.
You promote that. I like that.
You guys got
Let me
two new
let me
things.
ask you
You got
this
like
as
it.
well.
You guys
Come
got
on this
George
side. Come on this
Washington
side.
and Krebsky Eats all in
Your
the span of
go-to
30
beer
minutes.
brand, if you guys win on Sunday, is
Coors Light.
Coors
Coors Light.
He said, "What'd you say?"
Corona.
Corona
Oh,
Light.
wait, can I change my answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, Krebsky.
Corona Light too. Okay, interesting. I would never expect that to be a locker room beer, but it is what it is. Yeah. Can we give a shout out again to the Krebsky Eats Instagram?
Shout out all my What Krebsky Eats followers. If you know, you know, and you're loyal if you know what Krebsky Eats is.
Loyalty. I like that. All right, we'll keep you guys rolling. We know you guys got a packed weekend. Thanks for hopping.
Maybe another feature from Mitchell Pelkey. We can get on.
Stay tuned. Hey, maybe this weekend after the game. Let's go. Awesome.
Maybe a Corona.
Corona. I like that. I would never expect that.
Wow.
Mitch knows ball.
Yeah.
He knows social media.
Social
I
media.
think George Washington went to the main presser, so.
Yeah, we might be able to get him on. We'll see who's coming next.
On here?
Yeah, we don't exactly know.
We get Hugh Keller, Gavin.
Should we wait for Dukes?
If you go.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm asking if we can get Gavin.
Let's get Adler.
Huh?
Let's get Adler.
Asking if we can get
Can we
Adler.
Adler.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Adler.
We're live until 3. We still got the Atlas
Gavin.
and the Outlaws are coming up here at 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock.
I was misidentifying him.
That's not him.
Gavin Adler coming to the
Gavin
scene.
Adler coming on the scene.
How we feeling? You're looking good. How excited are you to be in this position right now on the show?
I thought you were going to say for Sunday.
This up here.
I'm excited. I mean, You guys seem like cool dudes. I've known you for
for a bit. For a bit. Liam Entenmann was just on, and we chatted with him, and he said midway through last year, you had a conversation with him. He didn't spill the beans on what that was like, but he just really showed us and to the audience how of a beneficial leader you are for this team, and kind of talk to us what that conversation was like, and Liam as a player.
It was before his first start last year. That jogged your memory.
I honestly don't entirely remember the conversation.
Well, I hope it happened, actually. I hope it wasn't a lie.
No, it probably definitely happened. I mean, I probably just gave him some wisdom and just told him I got him, and I'm looking forward to playing with him. And I think everything's panned out since. But I don't recall the exact word. Like, if he told me what it was, like, it would trigger in my head. I can't remember. I feel like I've had a lot of conversations.
You've had a lot of conversations.
You've
had a lot of conversations.
He could have totally been like, oh, yeah, I totally remember that conversation.
No, yeah.
I like the honesty. That's what it's all about. For you this weekend, the last time you were gearing up for a championship was in 2022. How does it feel to get back to this stage?
Feels great. I mean, this is everything I play for. I mean, guys who really know me well, like all I care about is winning. And like I've been, ever since that whistle blew in Denver, or not Denver, against Philly and in Philly. Like I was focused on this game, and I've been thinking about it every second of the day since, and I'm prepared. And you just don't get these opportunities too often. I think it's great. You know, like the Outlaws are an amazing team. I think so are we, and just the two best going head to head. Like I couldn't ask for a better opportunity competitively. I think it's gonna be great for the league, the fans. I'm just excited. But yeah, I mean that since 2022. I mean Cornell, they said that to rest this year, and like that's a part of me too. But then again, like I wasn't out on that field, and I've got some business to take care of, so I'm fired up.
100%.
Yeah, obviously Cornell, I was going to say, had obviously national championship year, one of the best seasons I've seen, but they actually made a post, I think, yesterday about they've had 6 #1 picks, I think. Obviously, you're included in that as one of the #1 picks. Kind of, how has Cornell been so successful over these last couple of years? I feel like, is it Coach Busick and what he's kind of
How are they producing?
How are they producing 6
Because I'm going to say something too.
The recruits
they
them in Ithaca.
The recruits they get, and you can probably attest to this, they're not these 5-star flashy dudes. Like Busick's got to be going to the woodwork finding these cats.
6 #1 picks.
You weren't, right? You were kind of an underrated recruit, right?
Yeah, I wasn't recruited at all.
Yeah.
Nothing, but yeah, I mean, it's a great question. It's one I'm honestly really happy to answer and talk about because, I mean, it's special up there. I think, you know, it's the same process and same culture as it's been, and I think that's why everyone, the alumni program, you know, you hear Cornell Lacrosse, everyone talks about how close they are. I think they've been doing things the same way so consistently over time, and then you get this new staff, right? Connor comes in when he's 26, Jordan was there when he's 26, and all these young guys who have done it before. And they're just not only the coolest dudes, but just great people in general. Like, they make you better men, and it's just people like you want to show up every day and play for. It's not these hard-nosed, like, you know, not that every older guy is like that, but they're very up-to-date with everything that goes on in lacrosse. They're modern minds, and honestly, they're geniuses on the lacrosse field. Just how they go about their business in everything they do and how they develop talent, that's the most unique thing. And you say the thing, like, about the #1 picks and whatever it is, but there's so many guys that they're just making out of not nothing, but guys that just really are not talked about. And most importantly, like they recruit people. I think you win with people, and I've seen that over the years at Cornell. I think they do such a great job of that. But like I said, like these guys off the field and even on, like they're just the best guys.
Cornell, they have to me one of the best cultures I've seen. Obviously, I saw your doc,
I was there
but
in the
then
fall.
also like covering them in the championship and stuff like. All of you guys' slogans and your, you know, kind of the guys who were playing in the 70s and all that's like, I hadn't really been around Cornell Lacrosse before that, and like seeing it, like you can really tell like that culture from the guys in the 80s till now. It's like rock solid.
It's crazy too. When I was there in the fall, got a really inside look, talked to, you know, CJ and Busick and all these guys, but like it just felt the culture there is something I've never experienced doing another video behind the scenes, and that just goes to like Busick and that staff, they're recruiting people, not necessarily players. And I don't know. I think the atmosphere that's up there in Ithaca is something special, and you really don't know unless you're on the team or up there feeling it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. I'm glad you guys did that video, got to experience that, because it's the truth, and that's been going on for a while. And like I said, they're just sustaining what's been there, and you know there is some tradition there and just some history around, you know, everything that happened with George Boyardi
Yep.
and how much the program, like the values and principles that everything that they fall back on is everything you want in just, you know, a person coming out of college or a player in college. So I had the best experience of my life, and I'll always ride for those guys.
I like that.
From the hard hat to the T-shirts with the XL
Teagle.
on it to the what is
The
it?
Teagle.
Well done's greater than well said. Or what is it? Like all those slogans are awesome.
I like that. Well, we know you have a packed couple days. Last question: what size shirt are you wearing?
Yeah, I actually lost my shirt. So
I was gonna say, is that a medium?
I think so. It's not comfortable.
They gotta get
to
you a
wear.
new one.
I know. I was gonna say.
I was complaining
Can we get him
when
a
they
bigger
said we're
size?
wearing these. I was like, oh man. But yeah, I got one more week in this shirt, so
I like that.
This might be the last day. So.
Well,
Oh,
hopefully.
did you guys see Gavin on the news this week? Did you see
I did, yeah. At
The
the
clip
Oculus,
was
yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
You telling the news reporter, you're like, we bring the violence. And she's
Yeah.
like, oh.
Yeah, that was kind of on the spot. I mean, they didn't really prepare us. I just heard Trevor say that she wanted us to explain about lacrosse, like talk to an audience like they don't know it at all.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, it is a physical sport. It is a pretty violent sport. I didn't mean anything bad. I was just saying, like, it's
It was a
physical,
classic
it's violence.
clip. Great. That one's going to have some legs, I think, probably this week.
Yeah, 100%.
That shirt will go to a fan when he puts on the championship.
Someone could gladly have this.
I like
I
that.
don't play
Well, let me
on
ask
wearing
you,
it.
last question. What's your beer brand of choice after you win on Sunday?
I mean, I honestly, I love drinking beer. I'll drink whatever there is. I mean, they're not going to pull up with anything fancy like Guinnesses or IPAs. But, I mean, whatever it is, like, hand it to me, shotgun it, smash it on my head.
Let's go. Let's go.
Xander said Coronas.
Okay,
I mean,
promise us this. Promise us this. You guys win. You're on the show after the game. You're shotgunning a beer live on the show.
Done.
Stamp it in. I like that.
Mitch, will you
Stamp it in.
shotgun a beer with him?
I will, but it will be a lot slower. It will be a lot slower.
We got to take care of business first.
Yeah, that's true.
Most locked
That's
in.
true.
Most locked
Yeah,
in.
I like that. He's locked in. All right. Well, thanks for coming on. We know you get a
Gavin.
packed day. We'll
Good luck.
definitely see you
Good luck.
Sunday.
Yep.
Thank you so much. I like that. I like that. He goes, I love beer. I like that.
I'll say,
That's, I mean, what
Gavin,
are you going to say?
That's my first time meeting him. One of the most authentic guys
Yeah,
ever.
no, I
too.
know. That's
Like,
what it's all about.
totally
When
just, I love it, yeah.
I saw that interview. I saw that interview on the
I
news.
saw
I was
it
like,
too.
dude, we got to get him on the
He was
show.
like standing there with the long pole in his jersey
Yeah.
on.
It's
Yeah.
violent.
Yeah, we bring the violence.
Yeah,
She's
there's
like,
no
"Ooh."
smile, all business. I like that. That's what it's all about. We're keeping it going, though. We're live until 3 o'clock. We're about to get the Outlaws
are
on.
rolling out. I think the Outlaws will be rolling in
Yeah,
any
we're gonna
second
have
now.
them in soon. What do you think of that? What do you think the Outlaws? Do you think they were sufficiently loose heading in?
I think they were very
loose.
loose.
Yeah, I think they're loose.
I thought so.
I think talk to
Pressler, absolutely.
Pressler. First time chatting with him. We will be getting him on the show.
Yeah.
Hopefully
That's
they win.
interesting,
And
the
obviously-
point that he made, because he basically said he was kind of, obviously he's been coaching forever, a high school coach now, coach at Duke, coach at Bryant, where you're kind of more in the mud with things in college, right? You kind of have to manage their everyday lives, Mitch playing college lacrosse, and he kind of said he took that approach at first and it didn't work out. Now he's kind of like hands off, like we'll do the X and O's, you guys do everything else. Opposite of what Tierney said a couple weeks ago, where he said, I let you guys do it your way, now I'm doing it my way.
That's a good
which
observation.
Was a contrast from Tierney, which I thought was interesting.
What's got to be so tough for him, coach college ball for God knows how many years, coaches high school ball for God knows how many years, to then come to the Premier Lacrosse League and coach at the highest level, but not have the accessibility day in, day out with your players like you do in high school and college. It's got to be a real adjustment for a top-tier coach like that.
Well, your motivation tactics got to be completely different, too. These guys are pros.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think D1 lacrosse should be the same level, but, again, you just have more access to those guys on a daily basis to make sure they're on that routine.
Yeah.
Like, you got to trust that these guys are going home,
Yeah.
you know, throughout the week, doing their work, putting it in so that they show up on game day and they're ready to go. And it sounds like Pressler needed a little bit of time to kind of, like, trust that role, I think, as a head coach.
Definitely. And again, it goes back from his experience where past he could touch the guys each day and have it practice and everything like that. So a little bit different.
He's laid back. Like they were all standing off here off camera, and he's like half the interview, he's like yucking it up, making jokes to them.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I love that. I thought it was
I think that's what shows too. Like all the Atlas guys are like watching their coach, and it just goes to show the camaraderie that they have. It's not so top down. It's kind of just one team.
And this is so interesting. I love seeing this too, because that's something obviously we see on a daily basis. Like, you know, you don't really get inside the locker room, so like seeing the vibe of this Atlas team, like they look like they're a team that has fun. The team that's loose. I mean, you see the winner does the chain dance. You see after the game, like.
I've seen Pressler break it down. I've seen him dance.
We got to go to Dollar General. So we need to get a Founding Fathers way, because if they win, we got to be in the locker room and tossing that off.
Yeah, 100%. I like that. I think it's so cool. Like, And you see with the guys, there's so many rivalries in college. Like one comes to mind is like the Shelley and Liam, just two great teams going at it. And then they're on the same team and they're buddies. And I think that's just what's so cool, bringing these guys from these rival universities on one team and kind of getting it going.
So many connections, especially in the PL. We talked Xander, Shelley. I mean, Brooks came up. You got the connection. You're like, yo, Nova, what's up? So I didn't even know that until he walks up. So I don't know. I think that's awesome. And here we are in North Jersey, like outside one of the biggest hotbeds. So many guys. We talked to Brennan. Xander just said it. It's like a home game kind of for them.
Yeah. I mean, I think, last year we were in essentially Philly, I guess.
Yes.
Yep.
I think New Jersey and around New York City needs to be a mainstay for the championship game.
Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely.
And I'm excited to see. I've never been to Sports Illustrated, and I'm excited to see what it looks like.
The last time I was there was for the PLL Week 2 in the inaugural season back in 2019 when they played. That was the last time I was there. Yeah.
Was it the last time the league was there?
Yeah. I think that was the last time.
Was it?
So, no, I think it's been awesome. And, too, like, obviously being in New York all week long, like, it's so cool. Like, I'm taking the path over here from Midtown, and I see, like, the championship thing, like, on the sign that, I've seen NFL ads and Super Bowl ads all these years. Like, being in New York City, being in, the biggest city in the United States, like having the league on the forefront here all week, from the Oculus to, what they did with the WL and the Maybelline and all that stuff.
The activation
awesome.
leading up to Sunday, and obviously we have Street Lacrosse tomorrow is going to be sick.
Yep.
Maybe we see Kev out there, at Street Lax.
I was actually thinking how fun a 𝐓𝐇𝐄 team would be.
That would be awesome.
I think it's probably too late to get it for this one, but that would be fun.
We're going to have to do that for next year.
Especially if the games are counting now. We're keeping score now.
That's true.
I'm going to have to get some Kevin Durant.
Workout
I can't wear canes out there.
Tryout for Team Frog.
Yeah.
Kev on Team
You're
Frog
on the
next year,
team.
Kev.
I've already solidified you. I talked to upper level management. We got you locked
Did you
in for next
secure
year.
AP's coaching?
Do you want to be a player? Would you rather be a player or coach?
Of course, player coach.
AP's coaching, I thought. I thought AP was coaching.
Well, AP just did, he did.
He did the stairs.
He did the stairs. So he still got it.
No, he does.
Who would win in a race, you or AP?
How long is it?
100 yards. 100 yards.
I don't know if either one's making it to the finish line.
Where is AP? Is he resting right now with
He's on the plane. He's on the plane. He'll be here soon.
He's on the plane. He'll be here soon.
Actually, Outlaws are going to be here soon. They're going to be rolling in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Anyone in particular you're looking forward to talking to?
I think Pacino again. Just
Pacino. I'll have to get Jared
He's kind of like an
Bernhardt on
Adler
too.
situation where he's not the biggest guy in front of the camera. When RJ gets him in the huddle, you're kind of getting strictly business. I feel like when they get in this chair, we're kind of getting a loose version.
Yeah, we are.
We're getting a loose version. So Pacino's been great. Even Bernhardt. Bernhardt came up to you after Field's like a big fan of the show.
Repeat guest.
Yeah, the repeat guest. Build the chemistry, the comfortability.
Bernhardt comes up to me after Fairfield. He's like, yo, I need one of those script hats. I'm like, we got you.
Yeah, TLN. Hook it up.
I think we got him. If he shows up to the game in it, then.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk to Sudan.
Yeah. Well, now after
we just talked to Pressler.
Yeah, Pressler on, and I forget if it was Bernhardt or if it was Pacino or whoever it was, just saying how much of a player's coach and the guys love and rally behind him is what's really cool. And we just saw that live with Pressler and the guys watching behind the scenes. So I'm excited to never really chopped it up with him.
I hope we get to talk to Logan McNaney too.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting, like with the coaches, if we get Sudan, we'll see like the juxtaposition of, who's looser. Same with the goalies.
Yeah.
Curious to see. I mean, Liam, pretty straight shooter when he was talking to us. We haven't talked to Logan yet, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
I know you have, right?
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Logan's
he was in our
cool.
recruiting class. I've played with him in Sweet Lab.
One of the nicest guys ever. You know what you're gonna get with him.
He's a typical like upstate guy.
He's gonna give you a smile too. He's gonna be like,
yeah, 100%.
Smile, but
I like
that.
But
I'm so curious to find, does he have that screw loose? They say every goalie has a screw loose. I feel like sometimes with Entenmann,
I think
he's kind of like he's kind of like reminds me of Dauber a little bit.
Logan?
Yeah, Logan.
Logan's just so laid back.
He's so chill.
I think the thing that makes him so successful, and I want to hear what he says, I think the moment's never too big because the moment in his mind is never big. Like, him playing in a PLL championship is the same thing as him in the backyard getting shots.
Yeah.
Like, he's just so, like...
Level-headed.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Always.
I remember when we were playing at Ohio State, watching him get warmed up for Maryland, and I felt like a pregame tradition was he would talk to Tillman. And I just remember always looking over like, dude, what are these guys like talking about? And I just think it goes back to like two guys from upstate. Maybe it's part of their tradition to get ready for a game, but like he was always just so chill. And even playing travel ball with him, going through the recruiting process, like Logan's been Logan since he's been a young buck, and he hasn't changed at all. And it's been cool to see.
And I feel like he's been a guy too who's had the spotlight on him since like day one, even back in the recruiting class. I feel like he was one of the first goalies I remember committing in our grade. Mitch obviously was a amazing stand-up high school player, and then obviously his career at Maryland was one of the best careers we've ever seen from a goalie.
Yeah.
I mean, besides him and Entenmann are two of the best goalies we've ever seen, and they end up being in the same class, which is crazy
cool.
looking back on. But
Which
I
is
mean,
cool
Logan,
to see.
Yeah, I mean, I think just the admiration we have too, Mitch, as Ohio State guys playing against those Maryland programs and seeing, kind of what they have.
It's cool. I think it's, those guys kind of go through, we always say on the show that not that they're robots as a negative term, but Maryland lacrosse is without a doubt a certain way.
And
of
obviously
lacrosse.
we're proud Buckeye alums. We're proud Ohio State alums, but
we never beat them.
Now in the role that we're in, Mitch, of just covering the game and just talking lacrosse straight up, Maryland's one of those programs you really admire for.
Yeah, I think it's like we've said it time and time again. John Tillman is Nick Saban.
He is. No, he is Nick Saban.
He is. And I think, and as I'm going through the recruiting process for some of these kids, and September 1st just passed, you're never gonna see Tillman get like a top,
I said this
the number
to Kev
one
off
guy.
Camera. You want to know what's interesting? Maryland is the only top scorer right now who does not have a 2027 commit yet. Which is interesting. They don't have one.
Wow.
Which is very interesting.
And it shows to like the madness, not the madness, but just where Tillman is as a coach.
We always talked about, right, like Till's rankings versus like the rankings that come out. Like they say this guy's the number one guy, but like Till's might have the 15th ranked guys. He watched all the film, but the Outlaws are rolling in right now.
Yeah.
Excellent.
No, it's been exciting to see, and they always have a method to the madness, which has been interesting. And we'll kind of see.
Didn't look up the numbers. Probably should have before, but would be willing to guess, blind guess, Maryland might have the most players playing in the championship game.
Yeah,
I think it is.
I think they have
it's
the most
actually
players in the league too.
Yeah,
right?
they do. Yeah. They put out a stat around September 1st as they're trying to get the recruits in the next gen, and I think they honestly do. I mean, look at that first Whip Snakes team.
I mean, look, like we said, Mitch, we've talked about it. Maryland doesn't really need to do any recruiting. You go to Maryland, you're guaranteed at least 2 championship weekends, probably 3. Maybe
I mean, what's the stat line since 2017? How many have they been in?
Since 2017. I think they've been in 11 championships since Tills has been there. So I don't even know how many since they were in 2017, not in 18, were they in 19? No, 17. No. They won.
Yeah, 17.
18 was
the UVA
they weren't
goal.
in. No, 18 was
Yeah.
Duke. Yeah,
it was the UVA goal though.
No, that was 21.
Okay.
So then 19 was it was 19 was Virginia over
Hoagie rattling off.
Virginia.
Yeah, Hoagie the stat guy.
Jake.
Virginia over
Jake,
Yale.
we'd love to have you back, bro.
Pacino was coming on.
Let's go, baby.
Just like
there
that.
He is. There he
we
is. Jake
go.
Pacino.
Just like that.
Good to see him.
Program. Second time
back
on.
on the show.
Are we nervous this time around? This is in person.
Not at all.
We got him live
Not at
now
all.
too.
Not at all.
I was chopping it up
how
with
are we feeling?
With
Jake
teammates
and
over here too watching.
They're
it
walking.
too, so it's a little pressure.
A
Little pressure.
little nerve-wracking.
It's all right though.
How are you feeling? Do we call this a technical? I guess we're not in the state of New York doing this, but is this a technical home game for you a little bit?
For me, a little bit, I guess. I got a bunch of family and some teammates from Albany coming, so I'm liking it.
I like that. Do you think we see more Outlaws fans than Atlas fans on Sunday?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope they come and show out. I hope the Rough Riders come and show
The
out.
Rough Riders.
The boys, the boys, for sure.
I like that.
Yeah, what are you going to say about the Rough Riders? Is that the best fan base in the league?
100%. 100%. They're the boys. They love lacrosse. They love us, so I appreciate them.
Yeah, we talk about just the experience every year out in Denver. I feel like not a lot of teams can kind of match, what the state's obviously bringing when you guys are out there doing the doubleheader. Kind of talk to us about what it's like playing in Denver with the Rough Riders and you guys, as an organization being out in your kind of home city state.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like we have the kind of pass with the MLL and stuff like that, so it's always been a great fan base, and playing there for the past 2 years has been awesome. Doubleheaders, like they show out every single day, so it's been really a pleasure to be a part of this team and everything like that, and to have that fan base behind us is awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
Jake, I can't remember if we talked to you before or after the last time you played Atlas, but you had 2 huge plays in that game. One, the assist to Brennan O'Neill, and then later the 2-pointer. I'm curious if you've gone back and watched the film of that game leading into this game, and anything that comes away from you in the week of prep.
Yeah, I mean, we've been watching film a lot. Obviously, the same plays aren't going to happen twice. I think that they're scouting us a lot too. So I think for me, it's just kind of like continuing to make those plays and just to take it as they come. Like I can't force things. I can't force shooting the ball. I can't force, making passes or getting ground balls. They just got to come to me. So I think the biggest thing is just kind of letting the game come to me.
Yeah, I think you guys played maybe the best game of the year when you guys played them last time out in Denver, overtime winner. You guys obviously had that great comeback in the second half.
Yeah.
Bernhardt nails the game winner. Out of conference opponents, you only played them once. They say it's hard to beat a team twice, right? That's the old saying.
Yep.
How do you guys get it done and beat them twice? What's been the mindset? How have you guys kind of stayed like, feel like they're the ones now. We lost them. We can get them. You guys beat them.
Yeah. I mean, it's just be who we are. I think we've been playing our game the whole year. We don't really worry too much about who's on the other side. Obviously, matchups and, tendencies are what we scout. But, at the end of the day, it's us making plays against them. So it's kind of just, listening to our vets, listening to our captains, listening to our coaches, and just making those plays when they come.
We're going to see another 2-point bomb.
I hope so. I hope so.
What's a selly if you hit a 2-banger in the championship?
Yeah. What do you guys want?
Oh, we can call her shot right
What do you guys want?
What have you done in the past? I feel like you're just like,
shimmy from
The
college.
shimmy?
The shimmy from college?
I'll bring back the shimmy.
Stamp it. I love
Quick
that.
quick shimmy, and then I got to celebrate with
Atlas
you.
gave up 3 long pole 2-pointers in the semifinals.
Yes,
I know he's watching that.
Yeah, 100%.
He's chomping at the bit.
Yeah.
Look at him.
I am.
That's
He told
definitely
us last
that's a
time there's no
stat.
range. He'll shoot from 30 yards. He said.
Yeah,
I told him he's
100%.
hunting. He's
I'm
like
in range,
10
man.
yards behind the 2-point line. He's in range.
And for a goalie too, from a deep hole perspective, I mean they're guessing.
Oh
They're
yeah,
guessing
dude.
for
It's
sure.
hard. It's especially when we shoot overhand or
Yeah.
like the bouncers and stuff like that. Like, dude, there's no way a goalie can see where that's going. So I think for us, it's just kind of like putting heat on it and hoping that we get it on cage.
Is there a different approach on a grass surface that you're going to be playing on this weekend versus the turf?
I think for me, it's just like situational. Wherever I am on the field, like if I feel like I have enough room to hit a bouncer, then I will. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just putting that ball on cage and hoping it goes in. Especially with a goalie like Entenmann, like you just gotta hope that he doesn't read it and it goes in.
I know you were in the fastest shot competition 2 years ago. Were you in it this year?
I was. Yeah.
What'd you shoot this year?
110.
110.
I was
110. He shakes it
That's
off.
double what Mitch shoots. That's double what Mitch shoots.
When you got Hasek shooting 123,
Yes,
you
with
know,
those shoes. Or
with
cleats,
the
whatever
toe shoes.
What are those shoes?
I don't know. I have
I think
no
he
idea
made
what
those.
He
It seems like
he definitely made them
like
himself
water
or had
shoes.
somebody. I mean, they call them Cyborg for a reason. They're just manufacturing them in a factory.
When you look at a guy like Hasek or Newman, when they like get their whole body into that, do you think that it's something that you could hit as a smaller guy? I mean, 110 is no joke, but like, do you think that extra 10, 13 miles per hour comes from them just being physical freaks?
I think it definitely has to do with it. I think it's like they're probably like 20 to 40 pounds heavier than me, and then also like they're 6 to 7 inches taller than me. So it's like when they get their
Italians.
I mean, you see the way Newman shoots, and he's literally like curled over himself.
I mean, I think it's safe to say we can lock in. If you were 60, you'd have the fastest shot in the world.
I just learned you wanted to be in the NBA. That's
well, I did back in the day. And I'm
Kevin
like 5'9" Italian.
Mitchell, I'm sorry, you're not going to be in the NBA. He sat him down early.
Kept me with lacrosse, and here we are.
Yeah.
You guys win Sunday. What's the beverage of choice?
Oh
right
yeah,
away?
what is the beer brand?
We had
Beer
Brendan on.
brand?
We asked him. He said Coors. What do you got?
Well, we had Coors for the semis. I think.
So is that why he said
That's
Coors?
what I just said.
That probably is. I don't know, but I would probably hope that there's some maybe some Michelobes in there.
Michelobes, yes. Yeah, I like that. That's a good play. I like that.
It goes down like water. It's
Yeah,
nice and
100%.
easy,
These guys got the Atlas too. I'm the only guy here riding with the Atlas. I got you.
I picked the Atlas. I picked the Atlas June 6th.
After he told
June 6th. So
okay, so you've got to stick with it.
Yeah,
look, I'm a nice
you
guy.
got to stick with it too.
I'm going to stick with it.
Yeah.
I love how he's bringing up the picks after he
Yeah,
just
I know.
told every Atlas player, talk to you after the game when you win.
Hey, that's how you got to do it. We in the media. We got to be non-biased.
We talked about it. You got to do your job.
You got to do your job. That's what he said. You got to do your job.
Do your job. I respect it.
Do your job. Again, your career wraps up in 10, 15, potentially 20 seasons.
That's his seat
Yeah,
right there.
are you hopping on the show?
Yeah.
Will you have a podcast?
I'll be dead.
I think he needs to start one next year, honestly.
Listen, man.
We might have to get you on as like a co-host every week. Just pop
Let's
him in.
do it.
Yeah.
I'm down.
God, I mean, the fans need to see more of you. And I think the thing that they're most excited about is you don't really see this. We had Gavin Adler on just a second ago.
Yeah.
His personality is like, whoa, where did that come from? Similar to you, I feel like when RJ comes in the huddle, you're like all business, but then you hop on the seat and you're like, Jake Bino.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely lighthearted. Like when I put the helmet on, like obviously, it's all business, but at the same time, like I'm making jokes during the game and stuff like that. Like, but then when it's like this, like, dude, you got to bring your personality out. I love talking lax. I love talking lax with the boys. So it's like, you got to bring out the personality, and I feel like I have a good one.
Who? Let's say you guys win Sunday. You guys are obviously going to go out. I don't know if it's just Jersey or you're going to go to the city.
Yeah.
Who's the player that's going to bring the most fun?
Most
The
fun.
charge, yeah.
Who's leading the charge?
Yeah.
I mean,
All night. Who's ready? Yeah.
I mean, we're obviously following Captain Mike Manley wherever he goes.
Is he
we
bringing
go.
the badge out? Will he rock the
Dude,
badge
yeah,
out?
I would hope so. No one's getting in trouble with him, dude. With his mustache running around there, he's all business with us. So I'm following him. But probably most fun, honestly, Dalton Young brings it.
Yes, we heard that.
He brings the juice.
Like I said, I've seen him live at a Richmond tailgate. He was in prime form. He was in prime form.
You said English wasn't really there. It was
I like that.
He brings the juice for sure.
You like that. All right. Well, we know you have a packed day. We'll let you go.
We'll see the shimmy on Sunday.
I got you.
We'll see you Sunday.
I got you with the shimmy.
Awesome.
I'm looking for it.
Awesome.
All right, we got a Buckeye
keep it going.
legend coming on here right now. Ryan Terfenko.
Surprisingly, first time on the show. I've been sending him DMs and texts.
Mitch, how many times have you invited Terry on here?
I think it more falls on Hoagie's shoulders. And we got Terry on, Buckeye, legend. Yeah, fire on. How are we feeling?
We're feeling great, dude. 2 Buckeyes all around.
We know you're not the biggest media guy, but we hope we can make you a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, no, I'm already a lot more comfortable.
I think first, let's start us out. Bring us into the eyes of Ryan Terfenko when you were a senior, when James Hogan and Mitchell Pelkey hit the campus of Ohio State.
Oh, what a day that was. I remember the summer we were like, man, this guy's going to be a nuisance. We're going to give him a hard time. But you showed up. You were a great kid.
Yeah.
You did a great job. You guys both did. It was nothing but love.
Yeah, I think, coming in I think he had his high socks up to his knees. I was coming in making videos. You're probably like, what is this recruiting class?
Yeah, well, I had the, second bar syndrome
Yeah,
going
that's
on
true.
too.
That's true.
So
That's true. A lot has changed.
I'm not one to, comment on the apparel side. So.
Yeah, 100%.
I would love to know some of the things that Nick Myers and him had talked about our class coming in right at the beginning. Like, what the hell are these guys
Myers
doing?
is a little strict too. He doesn't beat around the bush as much as maybe I do.
Yeah, 100%. And I don't know, kind of walk us through. And we've obviously talked a bunch about our careers at Ohio State and made us into the man we are today. But for you as a player that's still playing actively, one of the best in the world at your position, kind of walk us through what your experience was like at Ohio State.
I mean, I loved it. You guys know how it is. It's a family atmosphere. The resources are through the roof. It's just a great group of guys too.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just competing, every day in the Woody. Yeah, man, I loved it. I loved everything about it. I love Coach Myers. I love Coach Crane.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of them still. I root for them. I talk to them frequently. I just got off the phone with Crane probably 3 days ago.
Yeah.
I still bleed scarlet and gray. I'm still keeping tabs on all those guys, and I'm hopefully get to a game, later in the spring.
I like that. I think Henny just went viral on Twitter for being
for a
in a
good
fight.
Yeah.
I've always said,
been on record for years. Yeah.
if I could pick anybody in the world to back up in a fight, it'd be Jeff Henrik.
Really?
Who would you pick?
No, I think that's fair. I think there's people out there who come up with me and they're like, do you see Henny got in a fight? And they're shocked. And I'm just like, that dude's his nails, man.
Yes.
He's straight nails. It doesn't shock me at all.
Yes.
But yeah, it was a great tilt for him. It was a good fight.
I remember vividly, it was you guys came back for your 5th year. It was Hoagie and I sophomore year, COVID practice. Just blatant. It was a miserable fall that year.
Yeah, it was
and
tough.
I remember Coach looks at me and goes, Pelk, who do you want first rep at 1v1? And I'm trying to assert my dominance. I go, give me Henny. After I said it,
Terrible decision.
Jeff looks at me and I'm just shit my
Jeff
face.
probably laughed in your face too.
And I think the 1v1 went nowhere. I probably got stripped, but it just goes to show, especially your guys' class, and I think the class too, when you were a freshman, that senior class with all those guys, those 2 classes, a lot of Canadians were, I think, very beneficial for where Ohio State is now and just obviously captured the first, Big Ten championship.
Yeah, I mean, that class, when I was a freshman, those are guys who are still in the NLL today, crushing it. A lot of them are on the Halifax Thunderbirds with me.
Yeah.
Great dudes who I looked up to when I was a freshman. So I agree. I mean, that class for sure was special.
I like
There's a
that.
legendary college house too there last year. Terry, Trey LeClaire, Jeff Henrik, and Scott White.
Yes. Yes.
Shout out Scott.
Hey, we still got guys rolling through taking the 121 tradition.
Yeah.
Still got
alive.
guys. Still got guys.
It's not in great shape.
It's not in great shape.
It's gotten a little worse, but
if you went back to Ohio State for a weekend, we know you're in a pretty serious relationship.
Yeah.
And if you could go back and you're trying to plan out a legendary night, what establishments are you hitting? Give us a run through.
You going to the Ugly Tuna? Or
Yeah.
I'm going to the Lacrosse house first.
Okay. Yeah. The guys guy.
I want to make sure that I show my girlfriend that experience.
Yes,
It's a
nice
great, a lot of gentlemen.
Yes.
Showing everyone a good time.
Yep.
Then we're going, straight to Tuna. Or
Yes. I like that.
The fact that these guys are going downtown
To the
to
short north just
start off
immediately
is,
we're kind of losing tradition.
yeah. I mean, they financially they're maybe in a little bit different situation
Yes,
than all
yes,
we were.
yes,
but,
yes.
Ugly hours.
with the NIL or whatever
Yeah.
the hell it is. But Midway Tuna, I don't know if I'm going Bulls.
I
never was a big Bulls guy, so I'll
no,
probably
that's
stick
late
to
night.
Midway.
And we'll
That
go,
was like a
we'll go
Snyder
after
type
hours.
place, yeah.
Maybe get Jack Myers involved.
Back to another, yeah. Oh. He doesn't
Maybe
need me
bring
back
Garrett
in
Nielsen
Columbus.
involved. And then what's the late night spot you're eating? Buckeyes,
No,
Canes.
Canes. No more catfish biffs either.
No
No more catfish
Canes,
biffs.
dude. That being on the corner of our street.
Yeah.
I mean, the most
So would
dangerous
you
thing
take
in
Terry
the world.
late night? You're in the store north, Canes or street meat cart?
No, Canes. dude.
Canes,
Canes
because a
is
lot
top.
a lot of people will say street meat.
Yeah.
I'm a Canes guy.
Yeah, fun fact, and I've said it a lot in my videos, freshman fall, I put on 20 pounds because I ate Canes every football Saturday.
Yeah, but you came in.
Yeah,
you
I was a
came in
little wreck.
light.
I was a little
You
guy.
came in with
I was
a bleach mohawk, too.
Yeah.
You could afford 20 pounds.
The bleach mohawk. I forget
I'll
about
never
that.
forget that video of you and Smith Steve eating the pizza with the bleach mohawk.
I'll
on.
never
You
forget
had the jorts on. You got the
Yeah,
jorts.
it was, I think, the year after you graduated. Was it Reeder and Myers were
fifth year,
captain?
Yeah.
We, it's dry January.
Yep.
It's kind of one of the darkest times for Division I lacrosse.
Yeah.
People know that. 121 films a chicken nugget eating contest video.
Yeah.
That's great.
400 nuggets.
Myers calls Jack and Reeder's like, what are we doing? We're about to play so-and-so, and we got Pelkey and the boys doing a chicken nugget eating contest.
I remember this video, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wasn't
that was
a great
great.
look.
It was
Wasn't
great
a
content.
Great content,
And you followed it up with the one chip challenge.
One chip challenge.
That was great, too.
It's a
Who'd
dark
you have
time.
in that?
We had all 121 boys.
Okay.
Rainey, Nielsen,
Rainey,
Zoop.
wow.
And, we in January, and really college lax, it's one of those that you're just like, you're getting ready.
Yeah. January and May, I feel like,
Yeah.
if you're lucky enough to get the tournament, it's kind of a slow time, no school,
Yeah.
No really extracurriculars, you're just kind of
Yeah.
dialing in, and then January is what it is. You got to get through it.
I like that. Things go to plan for you on Sunday. What's the beer beverage of choice? What's the brand?
Yeah, I mean, I saw BO with the Coors Light shout out.
Yeah,
I think that's just like where we're at right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
I like that.
he's going to lead that charge. That's not really up to me. Him and some of the other guys are definitely probably leading that. So if he's going Coors Light, I'll be there with him.
I like that. Some of the Atlas guys have said Corona Light. Is that
Yeah,
soft?
they said Corona.
I'm thinking that is like a beach beer.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the beer after a game.
That's what I'm
but-
saying. I don't expect that to be a locker room beer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Adler was like, well, I don't think they'll have Guinness or IPAs, so I'm trying to they're going to have Guinness on tap in the championship locker room.
Well, I think the fans, we've kind of started a debate on the show, and I think we need to settle it. I really don't know who would win in a shotgun between you two. So if you guys win
Me and Hoagie?
Yeah. If you guys win on Sunday, we'll get a live shotgun on the show.
So you're
We'll staple
shotgunning
it
with
in. I'll shotgun with Adler if they win.
Okay, and I'll shotgun with Terry.
Yeah.
Okay.
The jury's still out who
if
wins.
I'm doing that, you got to get JT in that because there's some rumors about JT being the shotgun king of the world.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Mitch drinks beer with a straw, so
Yeah, I might want
Fans don't need to see
I
that.
might want to go against you, man.
he has
I've
a
been
throat
hearing
condition,
this
Terry.
guy's summer. I'm watching your guys' show,
Yeah,
hearing
yeah.
out his summer every Saturday at the
It's
what?
Parker House. Yeah, he's living the dream.
He's in prime shape right
Yeah.
now for this.
I'm
Look,
in good
I'm
shape.
on the road trying to continue to build this brand of the sport just like you are.
You're doing a great
Yeah,
job.
thank you.
You
I
guys all
appreciate
are.
that.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Thanks,
I like
Terry.
your guys' show. It's
I
funny.
appreciate that.
I appreciate
You
it.
guys are funny.
It's kind of sad that we haven't had you on the show.
Yeah.
I asked him about it. I talked to Terry earlier.
Yeah.
For a
I
short
talked to
interview.
Kev more than I talked to you
And I
today.
was like,
That's
why-
bad. And all over
I've
that.
just
Y'all pointed
assumed.
the
I
thumb,
was
not
like,
the
oh, I
fingers.
guess they weren't boys or something.
You're a Buckeye.
You're a
First
Buckeye.
and last.
I took
First
a
and
road
last,
trip
first and
actually
last.
one time back winter break with Terry and George Walsh. We drove back all the way from Pennsylvania.
That's
a great one.
You remember that, Terry?
yeah.
Hey, quick question before you go. We know you have a long weekend. Can you recite the Buckeye Creed right now?
I'm not going to do it right now, man.
Can
But
you
it-
recite it?
I cannot.
But you know,
I'll be honest. I'll be honest.
You know I can recite.
You know, yeah, 100%.
Come on.
And we'll let you go, but hopefully we'll see
Yeah.
you on
Thanks,
Sunday.
Terry.
Boys, I appreciate
Awesome.
Terry,
Thanks,
good
Terry.
luck. See you
Appreciate
Sunday.
it.
Good luck. See
I
you,
can
Terry.
take the mic. Terfenko,
Terry,
legend.
One of the legendary
Buckeye
most legendary
legends.
Buckeyes.
I think a guy for us that really kind of helped build our careers, our captain coming in, and another guy I've played
There
with,
he is.
Logan
Logan
McNaney.
coming on
Come
the
on
show,
down.
baby.
A guy that was
Let's
in
go.
Hoagie and I's recruiting class, a guy that we've
What's up,
played
Logan?
with.
What up? What up? What
And,
up? What's
going on?
Ruin the clip, Mitch.
No, you're good. You're good. Friend of the program.
Another day, another
How we
championship
feeling, Lo?
appearance for
Feeling great,
for
boys.
Logan here. Yeah.
Feeling
I mean, I know you're. We always say you're one of the most level-headed guys, chill guy. It seems like if you're getting shots in the backyard, or you're playing in the championship game, the mindset's the same. What number championship is this for you?
5?
5. Holy.
6? I don't know.
High school?
Yeah, Geico tournament. We
Geico.
lost.
More championships.
Jesus.
It was
Six
senior year.
championships.
Senior year, yeah, we lost.
And,
It's another day that ends in Y.
Yeah, another day that ends in Y for Logan. What's
great
the,
guys
what's
in
the
front of me.
mindset going into Sunday?
I think you're just trying to treat it like every other week.
Yeah.
I think other guys could attest to the same thing. We treat, each week the same kind of thing. We do our film, we do our little practice and stuff like that, but just try not to make the moment as big as it is.
Yeah.
So.
I like that. We haven't had Sudan on. We're going to get him on before you guys get out here. You guys love playing for him. I forget who it was, Pacino or Bernie or whoever told him, but you guys really play for him.
Yeah.
And what's he been like as a coach for you?
Yeah, obviously like the first couple weeks, just transitioning from college to pro, it's, he helped in that transition and understanding that, it's a big difference. Even the other guys on the team, they brought me in with open arms. Same with him and Coach Monty and Coach Boltis. But, Coach Sudan has a special place. He gives me a special dust sometimes, and that works.
Yep.
But, he's a guy that's been through it all, and he's been coaching for a long time. And, you want to win a championship for that guy. He's that type of guy, and he puts all of his effort into this team, and all the other coaches do. So try to give them my best ability. So.
Logan, Liam Entenmann did an interview earlier this year where he was talking about kind of your history of your rivalry, if that's what you want to call it, but you guys go way back, and I didn't really realize that, and he recalled even like your first start in college. I was curious your perspective of the head-to-head battle with him.
Yeah, so I remember the first start. We tried to keep it under wraps, but the funny thing is the night before I was having dinner with my mom at the hotel, and his parents were right there. So we didn't say anything to them, but but that was obviously my first start, and it kind of all started from there. Even in high school, we were top-ranked goalies in the class and stuff like that. So, just watching him grow as a person and as a player, it's been pretty cool, to see kind of how our careers have, gone back and forth. We played against each other and stuff like that. We both have had success, and, meeting each other again in the championship is pretty special. I want to come out on top this time, but obviously I have a lot of respect for him, and he'll say the same thing about me. And just as a person, he's a great dude.
Yeah,
so.
I like that. We always talk about on the show, Maryland's swag is Maryland swag.
It's different.
Yeah, it's different. Can you attest to that? I mean, Tillman's obviously got a way he does things, and obviously talking to you, Multi, and the rest of the crew, it's like, this is the way you guys do things. Where does that come from?
I think, everything is so analytical, and we kind of play a lot of things by the percentages. It might not be the flashiest or the prettiest kind of, schematic-wise team in the country, but, we get the job done. We get the championship weekend. And, Tillman's obviously, he puts in so much time to that team and to the teams he's had, and he's going to continue to do so. And even Jesse, I think he's one of the best D coordinators in the country. I'm biased, but he's amazing, and he knows how to read the room and stuff like that. And the teams that I've been on through Maryland have been amazing, and it starts with the players.
Yeah.
And the coaches understand that you kind of want the players to buy into what they're putting out, and we make it our own way, and it's a player-driven team, but it's backed by kind of the processes the coaches go through.
Yeah.
Mitch calls Tills the Nick Saban of college lacrosse.
Yes.
I think that's
not
pretty
even
fair.
a doubt.
Yeah, I think he'll go down probably as the greatest coach of all time when it's all
Absolutely.
said and done. He's got so many years to go as he is young. What's the best piece of advice he's kind of ever given you? Obviously, he's a big mentor in your life, where you guys have a great relationship from the same area up in upstate. But what's the best advice?
Same town,
same town, everything.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys share the same local spot downtown.
Are you two the most?
Some Elio's Pizza. We love that place. But I make my own pizza.
Are you two the most famous cats out of Corning?
I don't know. It seems like every time I go home, it's always I go into a restaurant or a bar sometimes, but everyone's like, oh,
yeah,
like,
doing the whole bit.
Till's sleeping
nice,
over
though.
during the recruiting visits up in
it's nice. It's a small town, so everyone knows each other, and the whole town supports both of us. And when people are doing great things like that from that town, everyone supports you and stuff like that. So it's really special going back and having that rich history of lacrosse and the pride of the sport there. But in terms of advice, I think even just for everyone on the team, he tries to develop us into like better people. He's more of a life mentor than he is a coach. Obviously he wants to get wins and get to championships and stuff like that, but he's truly a life mentor, and I think seeing him do that, it kind of speaks volumes to kind of who he is as a person and as a leader. And I think that's a great thing for a college coach to do is you go through mistakes, you go through mishaps throughout college and stuff like that, but he's always got your back, and he puts everything in his life towards that team.
Was that a big thing on getting you to Maryland too? That hometown connection and familiarity?
Yeah,
with
definitely a little bit. Like even growing up, I'd go to Final Fours and stuff like that, Baltimore.
They're just in there. It's a stamp. We always say it.
Yeah, and you know, I didn't know at the time, but it was like, oh, the head coach for Maryland's from Corning. I'm like, oh wow. And then you know, the recruiting process was like, oh wow, this is actually happening. And, obviously, that was a big portion, but also meeting a couple guys on my visit. It was in the summer of 8th grade, long time ago.
Yeah, holy.
Which was crazy. Yeah, crazy. That's when we were playing together.
Sweet Lax, yeah.
Sweet Lax days,
God.
man. And just meeting the guys and understanding, you know, they give me their 2 cents about how the team, you know, works and stuff like that. And that was a big thing for me, too, just meeting guys.
Yeah, 100%. I would say we always talk about Maryland, like they're never like getting like the top guy or like I think Tills can, but it's just not his strategy.
Yeah. He's definitely more of a guy that obviously you want talent and stuff like that, but you also want guys that are going to buy into the team.
Yeah.
And, you know, he also, you know, we have a lot of good families too within the whole program. And, you know, we have a very strong alumni profile and stuff like that. And, you know, he recruits families as well. Like if it's a good family, like that's also part of it. We like as players, we don't understand like that side of things. Maybe until we have kids of our own and they're doing stuff like that. But I think that's a whole nother aspect of, you know, a college team where like if the parents are also bought in as a group, it provides everything.
It's like Mitch, when we were covering the Final Fours back when we were still playing at Ohio State. Ajax Dad's bringing us tequila shots at the tailgate. Mr. Maltz is making the burgers.
The whole thing.
Yeah. It's amazing. Those tailgates are a lot of fun. I can't wait to go to a few this spring.
Yeah, finally an alumni.
I know.
So we know you have a pack week, and we'll let you go. Last question.
Yeah.
Beer brand post-win.
Coors Light.
Everyone's saying Coors in the Outlaws.
I like Busch Light.
The
Busch
Outlaws,
Light, that's like an upstate.
The Atlas guys all said Corona.
What are your thoughts on that?
They all said Corona. I think just
Xander, but he was speaking on the.
Not in the locker room.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
maybe at the beach.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too. But we'll let you go.
Labatt Blues.
Yeah, I was saying, guy. Appreciate you, Logan. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I can take this.
Thanks, Logan. Appreciate it. Yep. Thanks,
Awesome.
Logan. We got
Logan,
Coach Sudan here coming out on the show. Let's go.
Come on down. Come on down. How we feeling? Good. There we go. We had Pressler on. We're excited to get you going. How we feeling?
I feel good.
First time on the show.
A little anxious, you know.
Are you nervous to be in the seat?
No.
Okay. Oh, you're anxious about the game.
This is like starting to feel the nerves.
You're ready to get out there and just go. You're ready to just play.
Let's fast forward to the fourth quarter.
Oh, yes, I like that. I like that.
We'll coach it out from there.
You've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
How has this team been different to years prior?
Oh, I mean, I think it's easier to comment on the teams that I've had most recently, where like Brennan O'Neill comes in last year.
Yeah.
He's a little dinged up.
Yeah.
Like he's dinged up from the World Games and then going straight into college. And like I was like, what's bothering you? He's like, well, I got a quad, I got a hammy, and I got a glute situation. And then we're expecting him, like everybody in the media is like, Brennan O'Neill needs more touches.
Yeah.
Like, well,
he's hurt.
he looks good sometimes.
Yeah.
Like we could barely get anything on. Like he wouldn't work, like go hard in practice, not work hard. He's got great work ethic, but holy crap, like it was tough. And then the supporting cast was the issue, right? Mm. We had some good guys, but in this off season when we got Kavanaugh, and then all of a sudden we had Bernhardt.
Yeah, helps.
Like
Crazy.
all of a sudden now we have guys that run by guys and create opportunities where it was hit or miss.
Yeah, I don't
honestly
know how,
before.
Yeah, I don't know how much you can give away of this, but like obviously Pat was a huge acquisition in the offseason. Was that something that you guys kind of initiated, or was that the guy that you were like, I want to go get him, or Pat did it? Yeah.
So Pat.
Like, how'd you guys get that done? Yeah.
So I had heard from the rumor mill, like you do in lacrosse, that from Bundy, because they had played together.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Pat Kavanaugh is asking for a trade. I was like, don't talk to me about this right now. Like, would I be interested? Yes, but don't talk to me about this right now. I don't want to be in a tampering issue. So I was like, when he got it squared away. So Pat chose a couple teams for Coach to reach out to, and we were one of them. And And when that happened, I finally could have my first conversation with Pat. Now, like, there's few people that I like look at in the college game and be like, I'm a huge fan of this guy, right? Like, I love the way he plays because he's got the dog in him.
Yeah, he
like
does.
That's how I play. That's what I respect out of people. And holy crap, like. So I talked to him, and he was, obviously super unhappy with playing midfield, and the conversation that he was had with Coach was like, you're probably going to play midfield until Marcus retires. Okay. I want to be traded. So I get the call and have a great conversation with him, and we go through this for a week or so, and he's still on contract, so I extend his contract another year, and I said, I really can't pay you too much more money, but I'll give you, some more money, and the rest is in the books, man.
Yeah.
He loves being here. He's grateful for the team that we have. He's grateful for the opportunity that we've given him to play attack in this league, and like, there's a lot of guys that are like even on our team. And last year we had almost all attackmen playing midfield, which was honestly our issue.
Yeah.
And now this year we have Bernhardt, which logically everybody from the outside would say, why isn't he on the field every? And he's super unselfish, so we ask him to go every chance he can.
Yeah.
But he'll literally let the other guys play. But when the big moments come, like, he knows he has to be on the field.
Yeah.
But we're running him out of the midfield. But like, it doesn't matter. We run him around to get the ball at X, and then he just operates. And he's so much better there.
Yeah.
But like, he doesn't look like he's trying to run fast.
Yeah.
And like, it's so deceiving. Like, he just runs by guys.
Yeah. It's like a gazelle.
And I haven't seen that in a long time. So I fight with Bolte a little bit. I'm like, dude, like, we might have to throw him down on attack. He's like, what are we going to do at the midfield?
Yeah, I know. It's like, it's such a good problem to have.
Yeah, it is a good problem.
Was it kind of like Groundhog Day too, where you're like, all right, now we got Pat, we wanted him, we got him, and then it's like, here comes Jared Bernhardt now. It's kind of like, I got to go get him now too.
What was it like getting Bernhardt? We talked about in the show. He kind of had his pick, and I know you guys were kind of essentially recruiting him. But what were those conversations like, and what were his kind of final two teams, I guess?
He was so, like, he's a quiet kid.
Yeah.
Like, he's not about himself at all, but he was trying to do the best he could, and there was teams that were offering him more than we were. And I ended up giving him way more than I wanted to. And I was like, listen, like, you're going to see down the road that it's going to be hard to keep guys around you if I pay you what these other guys are offering you.
Yeah.
I was like, if you want some longevity and a really good team, and putting you on our team, we're going to be really good.
Yeah.
But if you take all the money,
then
it's going to be hard to spread it out, right? So he was good, and like, at the last minute, I extended it another year. I was only going to give him 1 year of his contract, and I was like, okay, I'll figure it out next year, type thing, which I'm grateful I did. Right?
Hey, if you get a championship Sunday, it doesn't matter.
Honestly, it's super interesting.
Knock on wood.
To shed all that light on it, because you're up for Coach of the Year. I think, honestly, if there was an award, you'd be up for GM of the Year for the trade for Pat Cavanaugh, signing Jared Bernhardt. I'm curious how you feel, because we talk about that all the time on the show, with the Redwoods and the Chaos bringing in GMs this year. Is that an aspect of the job you enjoy and want to maintain, or is that something where you'd love for that to be someone else's job by the time they're all asking for new contracts?
I think it's going to go that way eventually.
Yeah.
I'm going to resist it as long as I can, because there's no need for another guy. Like, I've learned enough, and I was the GM of the Rattlers back when I was coaching that. Like, I've learned enough to understand what we can and cannot do. Like, in free agency is opening up a little bit, so you can see the difference of the players that are actually choosing to move around. And it's largely based on the fact that there's so many good players coming out of college now that in the old days, like, but you really, before this year, it was like disgruntled human beings that are leaving their team like, no, no, thank you.
Exactly.
Right? I don't want any part of that.
Yeah.
Right. I had a mantra for a very long time, and I used to say it at the opening day of training camp. It was like, guys, if you don't fit in around here, I don't care if I got you for a first, you're gone.
Yeah.
You're just gone, because culture's the most important thing. And,
100%.
And our guys like Galloway, White, Manley still have really kind of like kept the culture alive.
I like that, yeah.
To the point where they're still, like when I came back from not coaching in Dallas.
Yep.
So when they moved to Dallas, my son was like a junior in high school, and it was that time to actually like pay attention to his recruiting process and all the things that were going on. Then we had COVID, and then this league started. When I came back, they were still saying the same things I would say to them week in and week out. Our leaders was saying it to the new guys, the new team, and it was incredible. It was like I'm an emotional guy. Like I got like tears in my eyes. Like the first time I heard Jordan McIntosh saying the same stuff that we
100%.
preached to those guys for so long. So
yeah, it's cool to see, the legacy you've obviously built. You've been doing it for such a long time. I think an aspect that we always talk about, you're third in total wins as a coach ever, but you haven't won this championship. For you and your legacy, and be selfish here for a bit, how important is this one on Sunday for you?
I think it's more important to people around me than it is to me. Like, I want it more for the guys than for me. I've got championships, I've won, but I'm super competitive at the same time. So I'm not walking a fine line whether I'm trying to not to be selfish. I truly care about those guys getting it, because I've had the opportunity to have those experiences, and at the end of the day, I want it.
Yeah.
I want to win, but I want to win for them.
Yep.
And for Coach Monty and Coach Boltis, they've been with me for so long. Like whatever happens, like third winningest coach, if I keep going, and maybe I'll be the first winningest coach. You want to win championships. That's the only reason you do this. But at the end of the day, for me, it's about them. It's not about my resume. It's not going to change my life at all.
100%.
You know what I mean? Maybe about what people think of me, but I'm one of those guys that live in upstate New York that don't really care what you think about me. I care about what those guys think about me.
I heard a rumor right before this that might change what people think about me, and I want you to confirm it. Did you hit the first two-pointer in MLL history?
I did.
Wow. First two-bomb right here.
I like that.
So
we got video of that. We need to get that on camera.
Yeah, it's VSR.
They do have
it.
it. I saw it recently, actually. The funniest part about it is we were trying so hard to shoot a two, but back then it's like, why would you ever shoot it from that far? It was I think it was at close to 20 yards at first, and then they started moving it down, and maybe it was 18, and then they moved it to 16.
Yeah.
And so we cough up the ball, and the goalie outlets it, and I'm running back, and I pick it off. Or it gets dropped and on the ground, and I pick it up, and I just start running straight towards the line. Now I'm at 20 yards.
Yeah.
And I start getting into my crow hop, and the goalie shoots out to, I'm not sure which Powell it was, but Casey was on this side, and I think Ryan was on that side. So the goalie shoots out to pick the pass off, and I just change what I was doing, and I just put it on the ground.
There you go. I like
We're finding the video.
First pro 2-point goal in history right here.
I love that. That's good.
But it's claim to fame, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. Well, we'll let you go. We know you have a packed day.
Appreciate it.
Hopefully we'll see you Sunday. Good luck the rest of the
Coach.
weekend.
Thank you.
I could take that mic for you.
You made it easy on me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here we go, Mike Manley.
The
There he is.
What's going on? How are you?
What's going on? How you doing? What's up?
What's going on? How are you? How are we feeling? I mean, you're kind of man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
Some refer to you as the biggest hack in the league.
Yeah, a couple people have told us
is
you're
that
the
a
biggest hack in the
compliment
league.
or is that a dig?
Yeah.
I mean, as a defender, you're
and
not
a cop.
you're not supposed to be liked. I'm just used to it in my life now. No one likes me.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm good with it. I don't really care, honestly.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. And we talked to Pacino. We said, hey, everything goes as planned. Who's the guy that's going to be bringing the most fun post-game Sunday? They said you.
They said you'd be leading the charge.
They said you leading the charge, potentially badge on.
I think that's because I probably can get all the guys out of trouble.
Yeah. That's what he said.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes. Just hop on my back. I'll take you guys out. I've learned from some really good guys how to have some fun in this league in the MLL.
Yeah,
so,
and is it a true fact you're the oldest in the league?
Yeah, I've heard that a lot.
How old are we?
37.
Wow.
Yeah.
How's it feel? Like,
Yeah.
You feel good?
You still got a lot left in you.
Yeah, I feel great. No, honestly, it's the only hard part now is just having a family at home and kind of leaving the family. Like honestly, everything else is kind of the same. So.
I like that. I like that. How many more years we got left in the tank?
I don't know. I said I was done 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I think I told my wife I was done 2 years ago. Told Jordan McIntosh I was done 2 years ago. And I've been saying that, we drafted Brendan O'Neill. I was like, that brought me back. Yeah. And then we just picked up Pat last year. Yeah. I was like, all right, that's going to bring me back. So who knows? I haven't really made my decision yet.
Okay, I like that.
Does the outcome of the game make any difference?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
It'll be a final one. They raise that trophy.
I just want to say, if the game goes your way, it would be awesome to break news here on the show. And we'll kind of leave it at that, so you can talk with the family internally for the next couple of days.
I'll let you know. Yeah, I'll let you know.
But for you, obviously, you've played in a lot of games, potentially the most out of this whole room.
Yeah.
Going into this game, and correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if this is the first championship you played in or many more, but what's the mindset going into Sunday for you? And even knowing that it could potentially be your last.
Yeah, honestly, it's just kind of the old saying. It's just another game.
Yeah.
When you look at it, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
There's some nerves to it, but that's good. I told the guys last week, the nerves, the anxiousness, that's good because that means you care.
Yeah.
And it's important to you. So, we're going to go into this game. We're prepared. We're ready. We'll see how we do, and we'll see who comes out on top.
I like that.
Leave it at that.
Mike, we just had Coach Sudan on, and we asked him what a win would mean for his legacy, and he got emotional and was talking about probably everyone other than himself. As someone who's played for him for so long, can you tell us what a win for Coach Sudan would mean?
Yeah, I said earlier, I mean, it would mean everything. I've been through a lot with him, and the guys that have kind of – he's built this locker room from the Rattlers days to the Chrome days, now to the Outlaws days, right? So it's a family. The Joel White, Jordan McIntosh, John Rannigan, Jordan Wolf, John Goalie. I talk to those guys every day. I still talk to them. We're in a group chat. I still talk to those guys like every day. So those guys, we've really built this family atmosphere. And the opportunity to win it would mean the world to me. And I'm still playing for those guys as well.
I like that. Well, I know you got a packed day. We got to let you go. Last question. Everything goes as planned. Sunday night, Sunday in the locker room. What is the beverage of choice for Dr. Kopp?
As a dad, have you moved
Mike
on to the IPAs?
McNaney?
Are we still doing natural lights?
I love an IPA.
But what do we say? Locker room celebration.
A locker room celebration beer. I mean, I don't know if they have them down here. If you're in upstate New York, we're going blue lights all day.
Wow, interesting.
We're going with Bat Blue. We're going with Bat Blue.
I like that.
Probably, keep it with everyone. They just love their Coors Lights.
Yeah,
so
that's what B said. Yeah,
lights.
I like that. Yeah. Atlas said Corona Light.
It's interesting. Probably glass bottles too.
Yeah.
They're glass bottle guys.
I like that. Sweet. Well, Mike, we appreciate hopping on. We know we have a packed day. We'll let you go. We'll hopefully see you Sunday.
Awesome. Sounds
good. Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate
it.
Good
luck. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
There we go. I could take that from you. Oh, you pop him in. Hop him in.
Yeah, there he is.
There he is. He's the kid from Nova. How we feeling? Good to see you.
How we doing? What up?
I think we're going to dive right into it. They said you'd be the most fun guy after a win. I've seen it live at Richmond Tailgate. I've seen it live. In fact, what are you bringing to the table at a night out for the Outlaws?
Well, I'll definitely say I'll give my shout-outs to the Richmond guys.
Yes.
I think the culture that we all brought to wherever we go out, and I think the main thing about it and why these guys appreciate it so much is when we whatever we do, when we're doing stuff, we're out, whatever the case may be, just being authentic, being yourself, not caring what others think, and so just having fun. And I think that's the biggest thing for all of us.
Would Mitch be able to hang with you guys after a win this weekend out in the city, or you have to leave him behind after
100%.
one or two stops?
100%.
I like that. I would say too, a big thing that I've done is college documentaries.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done Richmond.
You got to get down to Richmond.
I haven't done Richmond. After the success they've had this year,
so you waited until the success. You waited until the
quarterfinals. With what you guys have done, obviously this past year, and I thought you guys were going to, pull that game out down there in Chapel Hill. But how much was Richmond a success to you in your career, and how much of a player you've grown?
Yeah, I mean, what Coach Tamati's done with that program has been truly remarkable. A lot of people don't know this, but when he first started the program, he brought in a bunch of guys that were going to just random schools that were seniors, and he's like, all of you are coming to play lacrosse, and he worked them to death and ran them, and just like, we're going to be great lacrosse team, lacrosse program one day. And the first game Richmond played with all these random freshmen and sophomores, they played Virginia to a 1-goal overtime game. Wow. And I think it just like set the precedent for what that program was going to become, won the conference championship. And so for me getting there and just kind of even over my time and the caliber of players, like when we were my class, when we were getting recruited, we were the schools we were deciding between versus the kids that are there now are deciding between ACC, Big Ten, Ivy, and Richmond. And so just what he's been able to create and the caliber of players, and just also just for me, obviously I'm going to be biased, but the caliber of people, it's been truly special.
I mean, the success Richmond's had too, I didn't know this until they actually mentioned it on the quarterfinal broadcast. They said Richmond wasn't a fully funded program until last season. So
oh my God!
All that success as a not even fully funded program is crazy.
Yep.
That's interesting.
I think it was like we got, I think it's like 12.6 and
something right now.
Yeah, I want to say we had 8 or 9 scholarships.
Yeah,
so.
That's crazy.
Beating Dukes, beating Virginia, not even as a fully funded program, as a brand new program. Crazy.
Yeah.
And as a Richmond guy who made it to the league, you know, we're always talking about last year, the greatest draft and all those guys. And, like, here you are, an undrafted guy who doesn't get mentioned in that draft class very often, but you're one of the key guys, and you've carved out this role. And I think back to, your first game last year, you were wearing, like, the blood jersey. Like, what number was it? Do you remember?
62.
62, like the ugliest jersey you could possibly wear. Everyone's like, didn't even have your name on the back. It was like, who is this guy? And now, like, I'm just curious, at what point did you feel like you were starting to carve out your role and you belonged in this league?
Yeah. That is a great story in itself.
What's the background?
It was a Thursday night, second weekend of the game, and we were in. I think the team was in Charlotte. I was at home. I was out with my brother and our girlfriends, and we were just hanging out. And it was like 10 o'clock, and I wasn't home. And Sudan calls me, and he's like, "Is there any chance you can come to this game tomorrow?" And I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like, this is how my first game is gonna really be, like, actually." And he's like, "All right, well, just be ready." So I'm like, "Okay." Calls me at 11 o'clock. He's like, "All right, you're playing tomorrow." And I'm like, "Okay, great." So go home, finish packing at like 1 a.m., get on a flight at like 8, and I'm there for a noon shoot around, and then that obviously.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
That game last year was
it was the Brendan O'Neill game, right?
Yeah.
And did you score in that game? I think you did. Yeah, which is crazy. But.
And so just from there, like all of last year, like kind of not having more of a solidified role of just like week by week, like not knowing if I was going to be traveling or playing, and just like kind of trying to fit in, do my thing. And then this year, just coming in, I think, with a little bit more confidence, feeling more established, and just being able to play more freely, I think has definitely helped my success.
I like that.
Awesome.
I like that. Yeah. Question we've been asking every player, and this is one's interesting to you because you're team glue guy off the field
Party
and on the
starter
field.
off the field, yeah.
Party starter on and off the field. What is your beer brand of choice post-win? I'm not going to get ahead of ourselves, but if you guys were to solidify it, what are you bringing into the locker room if you could pick?
I mean, to be honest, whatever's there.
Really?
But say good Miller Lite, keep it simple.
Yeah, okay.
Just, I think the biggest thing is just celebrating with the
guys.
boys and just being excited about what the outcome is.
Yeah. I don't even have time to taste it.
Yeah, you didn't have time to taste
Atlas
it.
said Corona. They were having
Corona Light. What are your thoughts on that?
He won't discriminate. He'll have any beer,
Yeah, I mean, Corona's a little for a post-celebration.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I like that.
Wouldn't complain, that's for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Well, we appreciate you. Thanks for hopping on. We know you got a packed weekend. Hope we see you Sunday.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. I can take the mic. Yeah. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, the Corona Light's not getting a lot of love. Yeah. It's not. It doesn't.
You think some of the Atlas guys are going to get Corona chirps tomorrow on Sunday now after
this?
Like say the Outlaws are winning by like 3 goals under a minute to go. Mike Mann's like, Nice Corona Xander, right?
Yeah.
Checking his.
I like that. I like that.
Man, that's tough one.
So we're keeping stuff going.
Everyone cleared out. I mean, why don't we just give our final thoughts here?
Yeah. I mean, I would say
what's coming up in the next couple days.
Yeah, I would say a couple days. We're going to be live on site. I don't exactly know from a social perspective what we're doing for Street Lacrosse tomorrow, but you will see our faces somewhere.
We'll be there.
So stay tuned on TLN for that. And I'm excited. Street Lacrosse. This is year 2 for us being on site. Last year we were in Philly.
That was fun.
And
it was a wild podcast.
Yeah, it was a wild.
We had Flavor Flav, Kay Adams.
Have you reached out to Kay Adams yet?
Is Kay Adams going to be there? Because
got a feeling she'll be here.
If Kay Adams comes on the show,
I'll
what do you
move over
say?
to this chair.
I'm not going to tee it up. You're going to be the host of that segment.
All right.
What are you first going to say?
You'll have to tune in to find out.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
Of course, championship on
Sunday,
12:30 Eastern Time, ABC, ESPN Plus. It's going to be awesome.
Stay tuned for that, and we'll figure it out. Dukes was supposed to show up at 2 o'clock. We have no idea where he is, and we hope he comes to the championship.
Yeah, we'll see him there.
Hopefully he comes to championship because he was in rough shape last Sunday.
Eating the hot wings. He did not even have an ounce of water in him.
He will be there.
Yeah, he will be there. But we will see you guys, Street Lacrosse and social, and then in person.